Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3. Good evening, one and all, and welcome to Oregon Panthers Boys Hockey. My name is Zach Seeloff, and I'm joined in the booth as always by my partner, Dan Greatchuck. Dan, great to be here with you for another season of Panthers hockey.
It's good to finally be back near the ice again, Zach.
Yes, once again on the ice. We've had football, we've had soccer, we've had all the wonderful fall sports, but it is time for the winter to begin, and it is time for the Panther boys to get started with their home opener against the Beaver Dam Golden Beavers. Badger North crossover action tonight. When we started last year, the Panthers had a new coach with a new philosophy. At the end of the 2017-2018 season, that's 2 years ago, the Panthers were the most penalized team in the state of Wisconsin, and they were excluded from the playoffs for accumulating 3 game disqualification penalties throughout the season. When we spoke with then new head coach Larry Clemens prior to their home opener against the McFarland Spartans last year, he talked about working on changing the culture and wanting people to think of the phrase class act when they think of the Oregon Panthers. He had a lot of success with that in his first year as Oregon dropped from the 1st to the 66th out of 84 teams in terms of penalty minutes last season. They finished with an 11-10 record, and unfortunately they fell in the first round of the playoffs to those same McFarland Spartans. But nonetheless, there was a great deal to be proud of during that campaign. And Dan, it really felt like the team kind of turned a corner and headed off in a new direction.
Pardon me. They really did. And anytime you start off a new season, especially with a new coach like they did last year, there's a lot of turmoil that kind of goes on. You never know exactly how you're going to fit into the system. But last season was really about rebuilding and rebranding the identity of the Panthers. And I think after all the good we saw last year, this is going to be a good season to see now with that discipline, with that attitude, if you will, to see just how much further they can push it down the line.
I think absolutely. This season they do return a number of great players, but they've also lost some of their most important contributors from years past. Zach Rostos and Gage Children were both captains last year, and along with goalies Hunter Newton and Jacob Ayers, they formed an experienced core that led this team to a lot of success. All those 4 players are gone. They're going to be tough to replace for these Panthers.
They really are, and that's one of the things we've seen a lot, especially with high school. You've only got these players for a certain amount of time. Mostly you're going to have them 2, maybe 2.5 seasons. As that starts to run through, you really pull up the people from JV and the youth programs, and that's where Oregon has really had a great youth program in this area for a very long time. Beaver Dam has also had a pretty solid youth program for a number of years, and this is where you see those people start to shine.
In terms of returning players, and those players are coming back, they do have a group of strong scorers coming back. Adam Franken, Laszlo Oros, and Colton Ayers. Ayers and Franken are the 2 captains this season. Oros in particular, he's in his 4th year on varsity. You and I started 4 years ago. Laszlo, the same thing. He was a freshman, the only freshman on varsity that season. He's back for his senior campaign this year. The Panthers will look to him to set up as much as he scores. He already has 38 assists in his Oregon career. Goalie Colton Daly also back, and although he was the number 3 man in a 3-person rotation last season, he started 6 games, he appeared in 8, tallied a respectable 2.91 goals against and an 88.6 save percentage. But the biggest question mark this season for me is on the blue line. Hogan Schultz, Matt Rush, Drew Reynolds, Gage Children, they're all gone, and they were 4 players that contributed an awful lot on the defensive side of the puck. Parker Schmidt, Ben Outhouse, and Caden Peterson all return. They'll look to anchor this new defensive core and help the Panthers keep their opponents off the score sheet.
Yeah, the one area that I think the Panthers have really not been able to fill a hole all the way back to when Hefty left. That was the last time they really had that solid blue line, containment, and a great shot from there, and they haven't seen that. So hopefully some of the newer guys that are coming up, they're going to get the chance to be on that blue line, and the defensive core has to be prepared.
Let's talk a little bit about tonight's opponent, the Beaver Dam Golden Beavers. As I said, a Badger North crossover opponent. They're currently 2-0. They defeated Ashwaubenon 7-2 and Greendale 6-4 in their first 2 games of this season. Seniors Ben Kramers and Daniel Smolin lead a potent offensive attack. Those 2 have combined for 116 points over the course of their careers so far. Junior Noah Baines will start for them in net. Somewhat unknown coming into this game. He logged only 83 minutes between the pipes in the previous 2 seasons, but he's the starter this year. So far, 41 saves on 47 shots on goal, a save percentage of 87.2. You were keeping an eye on him during warm-ups here, and what were you seeing from the netminder for these Beavers?
A couple things. One, he definitely had a very strong side-to-side, so his push-offs are great. That's going to make it difficult for Oregon to try and find some openings making the goaltender move. One of the areas I saw that he was I wouldn't say weakened, but definitely some room for improvement was his glove hand. He was keeping his glove almost straight down, wasn't keeping it up in that high position. And Oregon's got the type of players that are going to be able to pick those corners. So we want to see a lot of shots be taken at him. Looking high, his low game seems very solid.
All right. Well, folks, it's going to be Panthers versus Beavers here at the Oregon Community Ice Arena, the home opener for these Oregon Panthers. Like I said, last season 11-10 and a first-round exit in the playoffs. But that really wasn't the focus last season. Coach Clemens wanted to get his system, his culture installed here. I think he did that. We talked to him a little before the game. We'll have that interview for you at the first intermission. But I think this year they're looking more for the on-ice success. Last year it was off-ice issues and issues unrelated to the play of the game. This year, you know he's going to be hungry for more wins and a deeper playoff run.
Yeah, and again, you said it earlier in the opening. Last year was really about the new coach coming in, getting a feel for him, and him changing the identity of the team. He wants to bring more character, and I think he did that. Penalties obviously dropped a tremendous amount from number 1 to
number 66.
66. That's the kind of drop you want to see. So hopefully now they can focus on more on-ice things as opposed to off-ice distractions.
Absolutely. They've got a lot of new players this season. We'll talk about them as we get going here and the game gets rolling. We are just about to have the starting lineups come out. You can see we have the Oregon Panther out there, which we have not had previously. Haven't really seen the mascot on the ice, but this year they must have someone who's got some skating skill from the cheer team or the Spirit Squad that wanted to get out there. Great to see a mascot available for the Panthers.
Absolutely. Or somebody maybe from JV who just got done on the ice. Maybe they came out a little bit.
I guess the question is is that a punishment then? Do you have to don the mascot suit if you don't play well enough on the JV team?
I hate to say it, but for a small period of time, I was the Madison Ice Muskie.
Ooh, so you had a musky outfit.
I still have it. And the downside to those things is that helmet smells. Hockey bags and hockey things notoriously are foul. A mascot head, ooh.
My wife, you may have seen a commercial for the Madison Area Technical College recently where Wolfie the Wolf climbed a tree and suspended down from a set of ropes to promote their urban forestry program that's coming out. That was my wife in the Wolfie the Wolf suit, and she said much the same thing that you did.
Yeah, mascots don't get half the credit that they deserve just for putting on that stuff because it is foul.
Just before we get started here, because we're going to have the intro of the starting lineups, we'll have the national anthem, and then we'll get going in this game. What do you want to see from the Panthers first thing here? It's the home opener. They've got a nice crowd here to start things off. How do you set the tone for the season in front of your home crowd here at the Oregon Ice Arena?
I guess I'd have two answers for that. The answer that you're supposed to give and any of the coaches or players should give is, all the platitudes, play whistle to whistle, finish your checks, leave it on the ice. Stay focused, stay disciplined. That's kind of the thing that everybody wants to hear. But I think the reality is what Oregon has to start doing is gelling quickly. It's not so much whether or not they score a lot of goals, but if they're able to move the puck and work well as a team, that's really what they have to do. So I think to a degree, not worry about the scoreboard. It's more about finding a way to gel together. And right now, they, again, won one, lost one, and tied one. So they pretty much filled all the different boxes. Now it's time to grow a little bit on that and see what we can make happen from there.
One thing I'm really interested to see, Adam Franken, one of their captains this season, 11 goals, 28 assists in his Oregon career. He has no goals but 5 assists this season. If you can get your senior players to start setting everybody else up, nothing but good comes from that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And most scorers will tell you they'd rather have an assist than a goal, especially team players, and that's really what we want to see from some of these people. And it also creates multiple areas of offense. If you've got somebody who can lift the puck and pick corners, but they also are really good at passing, you make it very difficult for the goaltender to figure out what's going to happen.
All right, let's head down to the PA announcer and get the starting lineups for this home opener for the Oregon Panthers boys hockey team. Stay tuned to OCA Media.
Welcome, hockey fans. Let's get up, put your hands together, and make some noise for your Oregon Panthers. School Principal Jim Kleiner and Athletic Director Mike Carr welcome you to the Oregon Ice Cream for tonight's WIA Varsity Hockey Contest between visiting Beaver Dam Golden Beavers and your Oregon Panthers. And now for tonight's starting lineups. For the Golden Beavers, in net, number 1, Kirk Davis. Number 2, at defense, Dalton Jones. Number 3 at forward, Ian Conlon. Number 12 at forward. Number 21, at forward, Riley Vanderhoven. And at forward, number 25, Daniel Smolin. The Golden Beavers are coached by Jose Matamoros. And now for your Oregon Panthers. In goal, number 35, a junior, Colton Daly. At defense, a senior, number 2, Parker Schmidt. At defense, a sophomore, number 17, Caden Peterson. At forward, a junior, number 8, Adam Franklin. At forward, a senior, number 15, Laszlo Rose. And at forward, number 20, a senior, Colton Ayers. Oregon is coached by Larry Clemens, Josh Blair. Now, Town of America, if you'll please stand and remove your hats, face the flag for the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome back, everybody. All right, we are just about to get started with the home opener for these Oregon Panthers. New unis for the Oregon Panthers this year. Gray shirts, gray pants, black breezers with orange striping and orange numerals. I like the new look, Dan. I think it looks sharp.
I like it, too. It's got that kind of more modern yet throwback kind of look with just the OHS in the front. I like the gray. So, no, it definitely looks a lot different than they did last year, and their attitude has changed a lot from 2 years ago. So all out with the old, in with the new.
Yeah, new unis, new coaches, new culture, and they hope for this season a new record, improve on their 11-10 mark from last season, and run a bit deeper into the playoffs. Their opponent, the Beaver Dam Golden Beavers, looking to stand in their way. They're in their traveling green uniforms, green shirts, green pants, yellow striping, yellow numerals. And we are just about to get underway. Starting the game for the Panthers, Parker Schmidt Adam Franken, Laszlo Oros, Caden Peterson, Colton Ayers with Colton Daly in net. Starting the game for the Beaver Dam Golden Beavers, Dalton Jones, Ian Conlon, Ben Kramers, Riley Vanderhoven, Daniel Smolin, and Kirk Davis, number 1, will handle the goalkeeping duties for Beaver Dam. 17 minutes per period here in the high school game, 3 periods to decide a winner. The Panthers 1-1-1, Beaver Dam 2-0 on the season. Some non-conference action to get things started here at Oregon in their first home game in front of quite an excellent home crowd here on a Saturday night at the Oregon Community Ice Arena. The linesman is ready, and here we go, the first puck drop. Tight on the dot, Beaver Dam tries to force it forward. They are able to drag it into the zone. Conlon following along, and he'll take it into the corner as Beaver Dam has the first possession. Caden Peterson for Oregon tries to clear it out. Attempt is blocked, but sent away and taken by the Panthers. A loose pass into the neutral zone is gathered up by Beaver Dam. Rimmed around the corner, and the Panthers will follow it along, try and grab it. As they pick it up, it's Colton Ayers, the captain, stopped up behind his own net looking for an outlet pass. It's picked off quickly by Vanderhoven, sends it into the center. A quick shot, padded away by Colton Daly. That one was going to go wide of the cage. Panthers play it up along the edge, still held by Beaver Dam, and the first 30 seconds of this game have been all Beaver Dam. They have lived in the Oregon zone. Big hit up against the wall, though, as the puck trickles towards the corner once more. Panthers up along the wall. There's the Beaver Dam defense. Puck jammed up, but the Golden Beavers are able to send it in. They'll go for a 5-man change as the Panthers will look to try and finally break this out with 16:10 left in this first scoreless period. Here at the Oregon Community Ice Arena, a quick deflection shot goes up over the cage. They set up a nice pass right through center, but the redirect attempt shot up over the crossbar. Panthers unable to break out of their zone here, Dan.
Yeah, they're really having a hard time trying to get it out and find anything that's going to work. But they've kept the shots to a minimum and are really doing a good job of keeping Beaver Dam to the kind of the surrounding areas.
Their first clearing attempt does go long for an icing, so with 15:47 to go in this first period, we will head back to the Panther zone for a face-off. Spencer Buskagger, he was one of the guys that Coach Clemens called out as one of the new players he's looking for something for in this season. Gives a tap on the pads to Colton Daly for standing tall on that first offensive push. Ben Outhouse to the Panthers, trapped behind his own net, and a score from behind the net. Somehow Beaver Dam shoots it up and around and gets it into the back of the net with 15:41 to go. They are up 1-0.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate kind of weird bounce. The puck was looking to get passed up, and it got stuck on the goaltender's skate right on the line and then bounced right in, and it just kind of fluttered across the ice. Big goal for Beaver Dam. So far, a bad break for Oregon.
That was a tough one for the Panthers. I have to admit, folks, I am not exactly sure even how that one got in, but at any rate, Beaver Dam is up 1-0 here. And they lead very early on with 15.5 minutes to go in this first period. Panthers, first offensive zone time. It's Franken. Takes a little shove as he moves through center. Ayers gets it back to him up in front of the Zamboni door. Colton Ayers through the middle towards Arose. Arose right there in front, but it's kicked away by the goaltender. Out to the point. A shot from Outhouse is blocked. It finds its way to the Panthers once more. Into the middle, a shot, and what a pad save. A great pad save that time from Kirk Davis on a killer shot from Oregon. Here's Oros. Works his way down. Pass across is out of the reach of Colton Ayers. And working it up and out of the zone. No, the Panthers are going to be down low with a 2-on-2 chance. Oros and Franken. Laszlo working his way through the center. Top of the circle. Dumps that one off to Spencer Buskagger. Buskagger, a shot and a redirect. Goes wide of the cage with 14:48 to play. The Beaver Dam Golden Beavers up 1-0. This one went long and should go down for an icing. It does. The Panthers beat the race there. We'll head down to the Beaver Dam zone, and the Panthers alive on offense with their first big push here.
Yeah, Coach Clemens has to be happy with what he just saw after giving up kind of a bad goal. Oregon came out fighting, and they got good zone penetration, moving the puck well, got a couple shots on goal. That's what you want to see. Answer back with some great play.
Alex Barnish in the zone wins it for the Panthers. Shot is blocked, though, and the Beaver Dam Beavers trying to work in transition. Coach Jose Matamoros preaches that for them, and they end up offsides as they try and enter the zone. I saw an interview with Coach Matamoros on the State Journal website. He really likes to have his team push in transition, try and get those scores. They didn't need a transition to get the first one. They just lived in the Panther zone.
Yeah, pretty much right from that opening and face-off and the second face-off. They kept it all nice down low.
They flick it into the Panther zone off the neutralized face-off on this one. Send it down into the corner where it's taken by Barnish of Oregon. Working his way along the wall. That pass is broken up by Dalton Jones, who sends it behind the net. Another pass into center. They nearly set up an identical look to their first goal, but are not able to get this one to go, and that is up into the safety net out of play. We will have another face-off in the Panther zone with 14-12 to go in this first period.
Well, so far we've seen Oregon doing pretty well on defense. They're finding the open areas on the ice, trying to make sure that there's no good passing going across the crease. They just need to find ways to break out a little bit more consistently and try and generate more than a one-and-done offensive surge.
We're going to have a neutral zone face-off here, as it was Beaver Dam that knocked it out of play. Works its way up toward the center line. Hard battle, and the Panthers do come up with it. Working his way around is Kyle Rohrer. Heads behind the net, loses the puck briefly, and now we've got a penalty coming up against Beaver Dam. Interference is the call, and so the Panthers will have the first power play of the night as Beaver Dam heads to the bench for interference. Guilty of that penalty was number 5, Connor Strasser, with 14:02 to play.
Now we'll get to see what their power play is like. And again, this is a good chance for them to get some good zone time, find that gel and chemistry that they got to build up as the season goes on, and try and tie this one up 1-1.
Colton Daly in the face-off dot. We have a whistle from the referee. Now we will take this face-off once again on the far side of the Beaver Dam zone. 14:02 to play in this first period. The Golden Beavers lead 1-0 thanks to an early goal with 15:47 on the clock. Just a minute and 13 seconds into this contest. Little discussion with the linesman here. I'm not sure what the issue is.
It seems like there's...
Oh, you know what? We haven't gotten the penalty up on the scoreboard.
Oh, that's it.
So we're just the scoreboard folks trying to get the penalty up there. If you have never used, especially a hockey scoreboard controller, they are not the most intuitively designed devices. And so the parents who are doing a great job staffing the score box for us put on a little classic rock as they try and get the penalty up on the scoreboard. So we saw Beaver Dam dominate that first minute and a half. We saw Oregon come down, do exactly the same thing the other way. These are two teams with potent offenses. We're going to have to see if their defenses are able to deny some of those longer opportunities to one another.
Yeah, but I would say that Oregon had better scoring opportunities. Beaver Dam kept it in the zone. They were able to keep it along the boards. They got a goal in there, but there weren't the quality chances that Oregon had coming in on a couple really nice passes.
Penalties up there, and we are now ready to go. Colton Ayers in the dot for the Panthers, but it is won by the Beaver Dam Golden Beavers as they try and work it back behind the net. The Panthers on the power play after the interference call went against Connor Strasser. Panthers in neutral ice. Oros tries to stop up, takes it all the way to his bench, and turns around to get things moving. Sends a nice pass along, and he finds Kyle Rohrer into the zone hard, and he gets spilled for his efforts. A nice high clearing attempt is held by Oros at the point. Feed down low, just bounces over the stick of Ayers, puts it behind the net for Franken. Franken into the middle, but the Golden Beavers find it and clear it. You can tell the Panthers are making system passes. They're sending the puck to where they want a man to be, and once they can find that chemistry, these passes are making it through. They just need the men in place. Franken strides hard. He's got it near the near side faceoff dot. Into the middle, shot and a save, and there was a system pass that worked out. Great save from the goaltender, Kirk Davis, of the Beaver Dam Golden Beavers. 13:08 to go in this first period. Minute 5 left on the power play. Franken into the middle. Puck deflected away. Swing and a miss on the second chance, and this one not clear into center ice. Oros dumps it back in to prevent the Beavers from getting a shorthanded opportunity. They'll fire it down and go for a change. Skating to pick it up, Joe Romer of the Panthers. Rims it far side to Oros. Laszlo, the senior man, 4-year varsity player, working behind his net. 43 seconds left on this power play. Looks to set things up and moves it to Romer. Cross ice, and they'll send that one in. Goes a little long. Intended target was Brody Barlow, and that puck fired all the way down back into the Panther zone. 12.5 minutes in the first period, 28 seconds on the power play. Panthers trailing 1-0. Early going here in the first period against the Beaver Dam Golden Beavers. Puck lost in neutral ice, and the Beavers are able to clear that once more. Just 15 seconds left on the power play as Colton Daly stops it up behind his own net. Nice little hit attempt there, and Parker Schmidt has to try and discover where that one went. Rims it toward the near point, held by the Beavers once more. Now the Panthers have a 3-on-2 opportunity. 2 seconds left, both teams full strength. A rising shot just clears the crossbar as the Panthers fire a hard one in. Spencer Buskogger keeps this one in the zone and lets his team get a change. 11:52 to go. Again, we are back full strength. Panthers hold the zone, though, and now we get a whistle. And we have a hand pass is the signal, so we'll get a face-off. After the early going, not a bad penalty kill effort from the Golden Beavers there.
No, they did a great job in that second half, and I think some of that also had to do with the second power play unit. I don't know how much time they've seen together so far this season, but that first power play unit was impressive. They had a lot of good looks, good passes. That's a line that's going to do some damage.
Romer in the face-off dot for the Panthers against Ben Kramers of the Golden Beavers. Tough fight. It comes to the corner. Panthers control. That one held by Ben Wiedholz. Sends it back behind the net. Panthers with a nice change of direction. Up to Wiedholz once more. Works his way through the middle. Dumps it into neutral ice. Picked up straight away by Kramers of the Golden Beavers. Down into the Panther zone. Ben Outhouse giving chase. Couple of players come together behind the net. Puck still loose there, as Beaver Dam's trying to dig this one free. 11:22 to play in this first period. Pass to the middle is picked off by the Panthers, and they'll rush it up ice. Ben Wiedholz with some speed takes a hard hit in front of the Beaver Dam zone, but the Panthers get there quickly. Joe Romer showing some speed on the ice. The centerman for the Panthers battling against the entire Beaver Dam team. Let his whole team get a change. And now Ayers drops it for Franken. Romer again through the middle. Comes out to the point, and it's held there by the Panthers. Shot is blocked. A great shot blocked that time by Riley Vanderhoven of the Beaver Dam Beavers. That pass, though, goes long and will come down for icing. How about Joe Romer down there on the other end? A one-man wrecking crew for Oregon.
Yeah, good hustle is what allowed that play to kind of develop. Good work all the way down to the boards, winning that battle along the boards for the puck and then moving it to a scoring area. That's almost harkened back to the Panthers 3 years ago when they had that amazing passing team.
They absolutely did. Faceoff is won by the Panthers. Ayers sends it out to the point, and Oregon controls there. Work it down low. Oros tries to come in and chip at it. Panthers hold at the blue line. Still stuck there. Oregon able to work it back towards the top of the circle. Oros stick handling, turned it around to Ayers. Back beneath the net for Adam Franken. Franken to Ayers. Ayers swings over the top and can't quite get the shot to go. Franken looking to chip it along, trapped in the corner, finds Ayers, tries to go centering, and nothing doing. Working towards the middle, the Panthers hold on to it once more. It's Simon Sasarosi, but now the Beaver Dam is able to send it into the Oregon zone with 10:15 to play in this first period. Long pass from the Panthers, that should go down for icing. There is the whistle, and we will bring it back to the Oregon zone. I like what I'm seeing from Oregon here. We talked about system passes. They are sending the puck to where they want their man to be, and as they start to get a feel for each other, know what they're looking for, those passes are going to start generating big-time scoring opportunities.
Yeah, the passes have been right to the areas they need to be, and a majority of the time there's been that body there. Now what they need to do is just find a way to capitalize and get the back of the net.
Romer with a nice clean face-off win for the Panthers that time. They flip the puck up towards Wiedholz. Romer and he combine to hold it, keep the Beaver Dam Beavers from getting an offensive chance. Golden Beavers try to turn this one around. A nice neutral ice check delivered there by Kyle Rohrer, and the Panthers hold the puck. Send it to the outside. They'll chip this one in on net. It skips by and picked up once more by Rohrer. Takes a shove against the wall as Romer pursues along the opposite side. Panthers hold at the point. Shot comes in, and it is held in the glove of Kirk Davis. Davis so far hasn't faced a ton of shots, but he's faced some good ones and turned them away.
Yeah, I'd say there have probably been 3 or 4 good high-quality shots, and his positioning has been really solid. Positional saves are going to probably be what we see most of throughout the season, but definitely looking good for his first start this year.
His first start this year, his first varsity start, period. Kirk Davis in net, playing very well in the early going here. 9.5 minutes to play in this first period. Nice pickoff by the Panthers, but they give it away, and it's Vanderhoven for Beaver Dam. He hits an outlet pass, and coming forward is Ian Conlon. At the faceoff dot, sends to the middle, and the Panthers just do break it up, but now they've got a chance in transition themselves. Running it up is Caden Peterson. He'll dump it in, and chasing after it is Alex Barnish on the opposite side. Beaver Dam's goalie turns it around the other way. Loose puck in the center. And the Golden Beavers control in their own corner with 9:05 to play in this first period. Flick it along. Panthers able to hold the bouncing puck. Nice job by Trey McKee, one of the new players on this Panther team. Turning a shot, hits the outside of the cage. Not quite on target. Flip it towards the center. Turning, firing is Oros, and what a blocker save from Kirk Davis. Laszlo Oros with a great shot, and Davis flashes the leather of the blocker that time to make the save. 8:40 to play in the first period. Still a 1-0 lead for Beaver Dam. Oros on the far side, but Beaver Dam pushes it out the other way. Conlon, though, takes a huge hit from Buskogger. They continue to fight in front of the Beaver Dam net. Buskogger wanted a penalty, as did Conlon. A lot of cheering here from both crowds, but here's Oros, top of the circle. Pass goes wide, intended for Colton Ayers. Ayers fighting in front of that Zamboni door with 8:17 to play here. Puck poked down behind the end line, and pursuing it is Brady Shaw, shoved up against the wall, and here's Oros in the corner. Stick handles out of the way, and the Beaver Dam Beavers will fire that one down. And it is icing. It gets up on end, headed toward the net, but didn't quite make it on. And Beaver Dam getting pressured down low. We saw a little pushing and shoving in the neutral zone, but the Panthers' physical play threw them off their game a little bit there in their own zone.
Yeah, the physicality has definitely stepped up, and as this game goes on, I think you're going to see each team kind of fall into those roles, but definitely more physical than the first couple minutes of this period.
Franken, a nice face-off win to Caden Peterson. Now Franken in the near corner. Peterson near point, tries to flick it along, but he manages to get the loose puck. Deflection attempt into the glove. Still loose, and a score from Laszlo Oros. Number 15, Laszlo Oros, his third goal of the season, his 17th as a Panther, and he equalizes for Oregon with 7:50 on the clock here in the first period.
That was just a lot of good, gritty play down in the areas below the hash marks. Davis was not able to get a good cover on that puck, and it was bouncing around. Anytime a goaltender goes on his back, you know that he's hoping he's got the puck somewhere. It squirted out, and Oros was right there to bury it.
Great job by the Panthers to play whistle to whistle, something we talked about as a cliche at the top of the broadcast, but it very much is true. You could have given up on that one if you thought the goalie had it, but the referees never blew it dead, and they were right not to. He never did cover. A quick shot from Beaver Dam, a second shot. And a great job to stop it by Colton Daly. I'm sorry, I'm trying to do analysis here, and Beaver Dam doing some damage. Colton Daly turns him away.
Yeah, and again, Beaver Dam's got to be happy with the response after that goal. They came out quick, they win the faceoff, they come down and get two good scoring opportunities. Obviously, Colton was able to stop those in a really nice save, but Beaver Dam kind of rolls you that way, and the more pressure they can put on, the better it's going to be for them.
Two well-matched teams in the early going here. 7:37 on the clock. Another pass through center, but the Panthers are able to kick it up. Oros getting credited with the goal. Assist to Colton Ayers. So Ayers to Oros at 9:10 in the first period, and now here's Beaver Dam. A quick shot, and that one rises high. And over the cage, comes to the point. Beaver Dam sends it back down behind the net. Pursuing this for the Panthers is Ben Outhouse. Nice little tap along towards Wiedholz. Puck lost back into the Panthers zone. Outhouse doing everything he can with his stick. A quick shot is blocked that time by number 4, Spencer Buskogger. Coach Clemens talked about how he was looking for a good defensive effort from Buskogger. So far, so good for him. But now they find their captain over on the outside. It's Ben Kramer's a great pad save from Colton Daly of the Panthers. 6:47 to go in the first period. Another pass through center. That one is stopped and flicked away by Buskogger. A nice clearing attempt, and that will get the Panthers 4 new skaters as the Beaver Dam Golden Beavers swing over the top. A big shot delivered by Buskogger, and here comes Oros, who had the goal just a moment ago. Gets his team back on side and rifles one in. Panthers pursue as it's taken at the end line by the Golden Beavers. Whistle a high one along the boards, trying for an outlet pass. Striding to get there is Daniel Smolin. Smolin into the middle and misses his intended target. Oros comes up with it. Lead pass sent along for Colton Ayers is too strong. And the Beavers back into center ice. Oros there, flicks it in, lets his team get onside. Ayers coming up the corner, he's going to pick that up. Got Franken in the middle. Drags it behind, sends to the middle. It's just through the legs of Ayers, and then a stick lift keeps him from getting a second chance. Out into center ice, Panthers hold. Working around the corner, here's Franken. Franken's got Ayers with him. Franken to the hash marks, knocked off, but holds onto the puck. Back behind the net, looking to turn around, finds the point man. Wind, drive, pad save. Puck still loose in front, trying to get on is Davis. Davis gets on. We get a little bit of anger afterwards, but the teams quickly separate. Kirk Davis with another nice cover. With 5:41 to go, we're even at 1.
Yeah, Davis did a great job of tracking that puck all the way in. He saw where the shot was coming from, was able to stay in front and keep his composure. Even when that puck started to bounce around a little bit, that's a great heads-up play from Kirk Davis.
Alex Barnish in the face-off dot for the Panthers. Sent toward the point for Peterson. He taps it briefly. Panthers hold in center ice. Working it around the corner this time is Trey McKee. McKee up the right wing edge, loses control of the puck at the point. The Beavers able to work it to the neutral zone, and Smolin takes it along. Loses it at the blue line. Turned around this time by Barnish of Oregon and sent back to the Beavers zone. Working hard is Brody Barlow trying to fight for it, but it comes back into neutral ice. Beavers will wing it along. That one comes from behind the center line, icing the call. We'll head to the Golden Beavers zone for another face-off with 5:10 to play in the first period.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing a lot more physical after the play kind of shots. We've seen a couple retaliatory things, and so far everybody's been able to keep their cool. But I think as this game goes on, if it stays as tight as it is, it's going to get a lot more physical.
Joe Romer in the faceoff dot for the Panthers against Ian Conlon. Conlon wins it back towards his net, but the Panthers send it to the wall and control. Up to the point for Buskogger. His shot is blocked. It's controlled by the Beavers. The home run pass finds Ben Kramers. Kramers knocked away from the attempted shot by Ben Outhouse. Outstanding defensive effort to get on the back check and deliver the hit. Beavers again through the middle. That one broken up by Spencer Buskogger. Both defensemen for the Panthers here having a good night, Outhouse and Buskogger, and now we've got a whistle behind the play. And we will see who this penalty is against. I did not see what happened, but it coming to the penalty bench is Joe Romer. This is going to be an Oregon penalty, 2 minutes for interference. So that was the call against Beaver Dam earlier in the game. Joe Romer whistled for interference there. And with 4:43 to go, it'll be 2 minutes of a power play for Beaver Dam.
Yeah, Beaver Dam's been getting guys back behind Oregon, and because of that, you had to take a bad penalty. But again, it's the hustle of Beaver Dam that's made that happen.
Panthers in their own zone. Parker Schmidt tries for the clear. He gets it, and now the Panthers striding, trying to get an odd man opportunity. Trey McKee into the corner, ridden hard into the wall. Trey McKee fighting and takes a big shot up against the wall, but stays in this one. Panthers get another quick clear. 4:25 on the clock for the first period, minute 40 on the power play. So far, the Panthers have done a nice job in the early seconds of this penalty kill. Setting up and bringing it in is Daniel Smolin, the alternate captain. Stops on the blue line. A dangerous play. He does have to reset his teammates. Now they'll look to carry it in once more. It's Ian Conlon this time, working his way through the slot. Smolin, top of the circle. That one comes very strange off his stick, high into the safety netting, and we will have an out-of-play faceoff.
Yeah, he had a real good look in on Colton. It just was not able to obviously get the puck to go where he wanted. Definitely seemed like a confidence issue for that power play unit coming in.
Absolutely.
They all kind of held up at the blue line and kind of peeled back. They've got to take it with speed, and if nothing else, dump it and go and chase it. But you don't want to stand everybody up at the blue line.
A quick shot off the point from Dalton Jones is patted away by Colton Daly with 3:55 to play in the period. That pass goes wide, and with a minute 8 on the power play, striding after it is Ben Kramers. Kramers behind his own net, pursued by Alex Barnish of Oregon. Barnish puts the hit on, and now he's got the loose puck available behind the net. Able to play it with the skates. Still working on it is Barnish, knocking off more and more time from this penalty kill situation. Now here come the Beavers moving up the left wing side. Carrying it in is Vanderhoven from the outer hash mark. Skates behind the net, looks for the wraparound and scores. And I don't think Colton Daly quite saw where he was headed with that. Riley Vanderhoven has a wide open net as he cuts in hard on the wraparound, gets the power play goal with 3:24 left in this first period.
Yeah, that was just pure speed and talent coming in. He had the look he wanted, he had all the speed, and they just did not react fast enough, and that gives them a power play goal, and now they're up 2-1.
2-1 Beaver Dam on the power play score. It's Riley Vanderhoven, and for Vanderhoven, that is his third goal of the season, his 14th goal as a Golden Beaver for Beaver Dam. He gives his team the lead again, 2-1 in this first period. Off the faceoff, it is the Beaver Dam Golden Beavers that control, but it's flicked away by the Panthers. Up along the wall, Oros fighting for it there. He tems away with it for the Panthers. Looks for a cross-ice pass to find Adam Franken, but it's blocked up that time by Josh Stubbe. Works around the corner, a big hit delivered, and the Panthers come up with the puck. Colton Ayers, a little angled pass to Adam Franken in the middle. Franken able to find Oros with a great play with the skate. Oros bumped hard into the wall, and Beaver Dam comes up with that puck. Has to stop up, but able to get it. Now they've got numbers as they come the other way, and we've got a tripping penalty coming up against Oregon. Adam Franken went hard after that puck, but missed it. He gives a nice little tap to Daniel Smolin, recognizing what he had done, an unintentional penalty, but unfortunately it puts the Panthers back on the penalty kill straight away.
Yeah, I got to be honest, I don't like that call. I did not look to me like his stick went into the skates at all. I think the refs got to make calls like that, but that's one that I think the whistle should have stayed in the pocket.
Tripping the call against Adam Franken, so a 2-minute power play for Beaver Dam once again with 2:45 to play in this game. From the top of the circle, misses just wide, and Caden Peterson sends it towards the middle, and it's nearly knocked on net by Ian Collin. Now Peterson, and a nice hold that time by number 5, Connor Strasser. Strasser in towards net, but it ends up behind the net. Peterson's got it there for Oregon, looking to clear. Beaver Dam fighting hard. They send this one back towards the net, poked away by Colton Daly, and finally the Panthers do get a clear. Minute 33 on the power play. 2:19 left in the period. The Golden Beavers up 2-1 here at the Oregon Community Ice Arena, the home opener for the Oregon Panthers against Badger North opponent Beaver Dam. Working their way in, Creamers knocked off a quick shot, and what a glove by Colton Daly, a slapper from Riley Vanderhoven, who had the wraparound power play goal. That time he is denied by the glove of Colton Daly.
Yeah, I think Beaver Dam wanted to get a couple more bodies in front, get a little bit of a screen going. They just got that shot up, and he was able to watch it all the way into his glove. You got to take away his sight line so we don't know where that thing is going.
2:06 to play in the first period. Minute 19 left on the Beaver Dam power play. Called for tripping was Adam Franken that led to this power play opportunity for the Golden Beavers. Behind the net, Panthers flick it to the near side and get a clear out here. Send it into neutral ice where it's taken by Daniel Smolin. Cross ice, and they'll work through neutral, try to bring it back in. Hard chop there as Wesley Beal works his way into the corner. Pushed up against the wall, sent to the point. Now they've got an open look. High slot, swing and a miss. Panthers, though, swing over the top and can't clear it out. One more attempt, and they finally do get it. A couple of misses from both teams there, but Oregon able to clear. Another wind, and this time a big drive, and the Panthers will get their penalty killers refreshed. 40 seconds on the power play. Minute 26 left in the period. Golden Beavers up 2-1 as they send it to the left wing side for the entry from Beal. Drops it towards the middle. It's taken there by Heim. Now at the point, works towards the center point. That one came out of the zone. They're going to have to check up on the delayed offsides, and that'll let the Panthers send it on down. Kind of misplayed by Kirk Davis, but he didn't face a lot of pressure. He's able to drop it off for Daniel Smolin. Up to the corner for UTEC. And into the middle for Vanderhoven. He brings it in on the right wing edge. Vanderhoven to the faceoff dot. Slot, and his shot is deflected away. And cleared out by the Panthers. A quick slap from Parker Schmidt with 3 seconds to go on the power play. Both teams full strength. 47 seconds to go as Adam Franken comes right in and gets into the play. Oros from the first line along with Franken. Send into neutral ice. Tap further down, and the Panthers will set up. Caden Peterson lofts a long one along, and he's able to find Colton Ayers. Ayers tries to find Oros. He can't do it. He's got Franken in the middle, though, as they drag the puck along. Oros pushed along. There's Franken. He's got Ayers in the middle. Pass towards him, deflected by the skate of Ian Conlon of Beaver Dam. Great stick lift, though, from Laszlo Oros. He drops it in. Here's Franken 2-on-2. Ayers, face-off dot, shot the puck, or save from Kirk Davis. 10 seconds to go in the period. Beaver Dam looking for their last opportunity. Towards Ian Conlon, but too strong. Picked up by Buskogger of Oregon. Sent toward the blue line, and that should do it with 1 second on the clock. And there is the first period horn. A lot of action in that first period. Both teams playing at a high level, but a power play goal is the difference. And the Beaver Dam Golden Beavers lead the Oregon Panthers 2-1 after 17 minutes.
Yeah, we've seen a couple spurts from each team here in that period where all of a sudden they're moving faster. Their passes are clicking, and they're really generating pressure. And then it kind of backs off a bit. It's almost like a back and forth on a seesaw. But Beaver Dam was not as solid in the last 5 minutes of that period as they were for the previous 13 that were going. So Beaver Dam definitely looked solid through most of the period, but Oregon started to step it up.
One thing I'm seeing, the first line of Oregon is having a lot of success. Their second line, though, and their third line having a little more difficulty. It seems to me like there's a mismatch there at that first line, and then things even up a little bit down the roster. Do you make any changes with your lines if you're Coach Clemens, or do you like what you see? You've got your top three guys, Franken, Oros, and Ayers, as your forward on that first line. You want to keep them together, or are you looking to distribute that talent?
I keep it. I don't change much. I keep everything going pretty much the way it is. They're looking for the pass. They're getting good zone entry. The 2 goals that have been given up, you can't really blame one thing or one line. There were a couple things in each goal that went wrong, but I don't change anything. I think they're playing real smart. You got to give them that time to gel and give them the opportunity to tie it up.
What do you want to see from Oregon on the defensive side? We saw a little bit of a breakdown on that first goal, but that was just kind of a strange goal. The second goal, then the wraparound, you tend to assign that one to the goalie, but it seemed to me like Colton Daly just lost track of that puck as it got kind of messed around in the corner. Is there anything you're seeing that they need to adjust, or are they playing well and just it's one of those things where you're going to give up some goals even when you're playing good hockey?
Well, you're going to give up goals when you're playing great. But there have been a number of times during that period where Beaver Dam forward got behind them, and then they're having to play catch-up to rush in, and that's what drew that first penalty, was somebody kind of behind the defense a bit. You have to hustle to get back, and then you make some bad decisions, and you end up shorthanded. So you really want to make sure that you know where your assignment is out there, and don't let them get behind you.
Alrighty, and then if you're the Beaver Dam Golden Beavers, you're up 2-1. But we've seen the Panthers putting an awful lot of offense on. But for Kirk Davis, they could easily have another one, maybe another two. He's made some very solid saves. What do you want to do to try and change that up, knock Oregon off their offensive game?
Well, part of it is I think they've made a couple bad line changes. That's what generated that last scoring chance on the 2-on-1 that came in, because it was a bad line change. So if they're getting people out there too tired for too long, they need to get those legs transferred as fast as possible, but to stay doing what they're doing. Don't try to make it fancy. Play that physical style. Win along the boards. But right now you've got that 1-goal lead, and I don't think anybody in this building believes that's going to hold. So you have to continue to push that.
Absolutely. All right, folks, we are going to send you to the interview we did with Coach Larry Clemens before the game, and then we will be back with the second period of action. It's Oregon 1, the Beaver Dam Golden Beavers 2, but there are 2 periods of hockey left. Stay tuned to us here on OCA Media. Welcome back, everyone. Zach Seeloff for you with OCA Media, here with head coach Larry Clemens of the Oregon Panthers. Coach, congrats on starting out your second season. Great to see you back here.
It's always good to be back, right? Exciting second year, and just keep moving the program forward.
Absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about that. Last year I asked you at the start of the season about Zach Roscos and Gage Shiljan, what you were looking for leadership from them. Both of them graduated. They're on to bigger and better things. Who are you looking for to step up this year in the leadership ranks?
Our captains right now are Colton Ayers and Adam Franken. We're looking obviously for them for leadership side. Now we have a solidified number 1 goalie.
Well, at least we got something over there.
Colton Daly, so obviously in the back on the pipes, we're waiting for, looking for him to kind of rise to be the guy for us. And then we have some young D that like Spencer Buskauer and even Parker Schmidt is a senior. Looking for those guys on the back end to be big for us.
That was one of the big things I wanted to ask you. Zach Roscos was a big scorer, but you return a lot of scores. On the defensive side, you've got guys coming back, but a lot of guys who left. You talked about Spencer Buskauer. What are you looking from these other young guys? We were just doing the pregame, so
just consistency. Yeah, we got to record it. So they're young. There's some younger ones. We just got to find consistency, and our big guys to play like big guys, and our other guys to keep developing and learning.
All right, and then just about the opponent tonight, the Beaver Dam Golden Beavers. Coach Matamoros for the Beaver Dam Beavers was interviewed. He talked about how they like to strike in transition. They want to be fast up and down the ice. What are you looking at in terms of your scheme to counteract? We got to get it on there.
I mean, we're the same way, right? We just want to be up the ice quick. We don't want to spend a lot of time in our zone. In return, we want to make the other team play 200 feet, right? So if we don't have options or things, we want to get things deep on them and make them go against all 5 of our guys. Try to take care of the puck and just do smart plays, right? But our top line, our top 2 lines are going to play fast. They're going to play quick transitions, just like every other team wants to play right now.
All right, and then the last question I'll ask you here is about culture. We talked about that at the start of last season. That was one thing you wanted to change. The year before you came, this team was the most penalized team in the state of Wisconsin. Last year, 66 out of 84. How are you looking to build on that this season?
I think we're obviously improving, trying to work on improving, and we talk about it every day. Taking penalties that are hardworking, not taking lazy penalties, right? So the culture is changing. The guys are buying into it. We added our JV program this year, so we have a younger room. More and more guys are willing to kind of step up, be leaders. We just explain and express the importance of that side of it. So I would assume that we're going to drop those penalty minutes even more. Last year we got graduated some of our penalty minutes, if you will. So we hopefully will have no one taking those up. We just hopefully find some guys taking Roscoe's points.
Outstanding. Coach Larry Clemens of the Panthers, thanks for speaking with us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks to Coach Larry Clemens for speaking to us before the game there, giving us his insight in that. And folks, OCA Media Sports is proud to be able to live stream all home Panther hockey games for you. I'm Zach Seeloff alongside Dan Graychuk. Our camera operator today is also our executive director, Paul Zwicker, and we're bringing you tonight's big game from the Oregon Ice Arena. It's the Panthers versus the Golden Beaver Dams here in a non-conference matchup. We want to take some time to thank our generous sponsors that help make this program possible. They include the Oregon School District, actively building competence, character, culture, and community. The Oregon Community Bank, Feel Good Banking. Oregon Youth Basketball Boosters, providing area youth with instructional and competitive basketball opportunities. Stoughton Hospital and Oregon Urgent Care Clinic, trusted care close to home. The Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Please consider being a part of your athlete's success and become a booster today. Check out OregonBoosters.com for details. Torhorst Insurance, your hometown insurance agency that's doing big things. The Oregon Chamber of Commerce, promoting, informing, connecting, and advocating for local businesses and the Oregon community. Sonny's Kitchen, serving great coffee, delicious home-cooked meals, and award-winning desserts, located in the heart of Oregon. Oregon Tax and Accounting, serving the Oregon community since 2001. See Jim for all your small business and personal tax services. Firefly Coffee House and Artisan Cheese, in the heart of downtown Oregon, offering fresh bakery, daily lunch specials, soups and salads, along with hand-selected small-batch Wisconsin cheese. TDS. Get blazing fast TDS fiber internet in your home today. With speeds up to 1 gig, you can surf, stream, watch videos, or game online with ease. Say no to slow and hello to go with TDS fiber. And finally, Oregon Youth Basketball, providing opportunity for the youth of Oregon to develop their basketball skills and enjoy the game of basketball by providing both recreational and competitive basketball opportunities. Big thanks to our sponsors, big thanks to our students and our staff members who make these games possible. We really appreciate everyone's effort. Our volunteers, our community members who come out, and of course, big thanks to our parents and our student athletes. They are the reason we are here. We hope you're enjoying this game. After one period, it's the Panthers 1 and the Beaver Dam Beavers 2, but we have a heck of a lot of hockey left for you. Stay tuned to OCA Media's broadcast of Oregon Panthers boys hockey. Welcome back, everyone. Zach Seeloff and Dan Graychuk here with you, and I want to embarrass Dan to start with a little bit. Today is his 47th birthday, and he was operating the camera for us during virtually that entire first period. We had a little scheduling snafu, so Dan hopped on the camera. Dan, happy birthday, and thank you for filming our first period of action.
Hey, at this age, I can multitask, I guess, which is always good. I don't know why people say happy birthday to me. I didn't do any work that day at all.
This is where the planet was when you came out, and so we celebrate.
Yeah, I think my mom needs to get the congratulations or my sympathies, one or the other. Not sure which.
Absolutely. Folks, news from around the sports world. The Badgers in the Big Ten championship game against Ohio State. They are up 7-0 out at Lucas Oil Field in Indianapolis. But don't tune into the Badgers. Stay right here because we have a great game of high school hockey for you, Dan. It's 2-1 Beaver Dam. But that period featured a ton of offense from both teams. The score could be almost anything given what we saw. We saw a lot of great goaltending from both sides, and I can't wait to see what these teams show us in the second period.
Yeah, I think both of the goals that Colton let in, he would like back. I think especially that first one. But Beaver Dam was really finding a way to keep that pressure going and forced the Panthers to make a couple mistakes. On the other end, Oregon's playing like Oregon. They break into the zone quick. They have a lot of crisp passing, and they're taking good, high-quality, high-percentage shots. The physicality, I think, is really what's thrown the Panthers, and that's something I never thought I'd say. But they really have gone away from that physical style to have it be something that accents their speed, as opposed to the other way around.
To recap that first period, just 1 minute and 13 in, it was the unassisted goal from Dalton Jones from a very strange angle that got Beaver Dam started, an even strength goal to get them up 1-0. Oregon tied it 9-10 in. Oros from Colton Ayers. Laszlo putting one in after a lot of whacks from all the Panthers on the ice as that one got lost in the crease. They were able to find it and bury it. And then at 13:36, a power play goal. It was Vanderhoven from Creamers that was able to get the Beaver Dam Golden Beavers back up 2-1. It was an Adam Franken tripping penalty that was what led to that power play opportunity. And that's where we stand. Panthers down 1, but definitely not feeling like the losing team in this game. And we've got 17 minutes in the second period here to see if they can prove me right on that.
Yeah, and I think we're probably going to see Franken wake up a little bit more in this period. We saw that more towards the end of the first where he was starting to generate those chances, and I think that's going to happen more and more in this period.
The faceoff taken by Beaver Dam. They're moving right to left as you look at them on your screen. They've got control in the Panther zone. A nice pass into the middle towards Vanderhoven. And as it comes back towards Colton Daly, he wisely just covers it up. They got that pass right into the low slot. Vanderhoven not able to pull the trigger thanks to the intervention of the defense, but an early opportunity for Beaver Dam.
Yeah, but you had 2 Panthers right in front of the crease looking for that pass. It was kind of telegraphed, and that's what you have to do, stop those passes from getting through.
Ayers against Kramers in the dots, and we get a whistle from the referee back here, checking on the positioning. Now we're ready to go again. Ayers wins that faceoff with some authority. Caden Peterson in his own corner sends it up the wall to Adam Franken, chips it along, but held by the skate of the Golden Beavers and batted down into the zone. That's going to be a hand pass as he whacked that one pretty aggressively forward. He's holding his hand like maybe I got it with the wrist or something, but that's an easy call for the referee.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to sell that, but I got to give him props for trying because that takes some guts to do, but no, that was obviously a hand pass, but it's one of those where what else are you going to do when you're in that spot?
Yep, try and play it forward. Franken takes the faceoff dot this time for the Panthers. Tied up, and the quick shot from Franken is deflected away, and the Beavers now have a chance as they move it up to Kramers. Kramers to the faceoff dot. Pass across is sticked in. No, it is not. It's covered. No, it's still loose. Oh, my goodness. I thought that came off the skate plate of Oregon and went in. Somehow Colton Daly fought it off. I thought he'd covered it, but then it broke loose of his glove, and somehow that one does not end up in the back of the net. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, and that was another one of those set up by Beaver Dam getting behind Oregon's defense. They've got to get a handle on that quick.
Panthers ahead to Oros, and now Oros has a 2-on-2 opportunity with Franken. From the top of the circle, his shot goes well wide. Franken will pick it up on the opposite end. Back towards Oros in the corner, takes a funny bounce off the dasher there, didn't quite move along. Oros sticks it toward the point, but Beaver Dam picks it up. Nice pick off by Franken, though. Oros down towards Franken on the near wall. Ayers back to Franken, sends towards the slot, but Beaver Dam picks it up there. Chips to the blue line, held by Buskagan briefly, and then lopped along for Kramers. Knocked clear by the Panthers, angled off the boards, but the Beaver Dam will pick this one up and send it along the near side. Aggressive play by Buskagan. Franken finds Oros once more. Oros cross ice. There's Franken, and offsides Joe Romer. And that's just a tough play. It's not a bad choice by Oros, but Romer is coming along hard and just can't quite hold it.
Yeah, you try and time it the best you can, and if there's one extra stick handle or quick move, you're going to put somebody offside, and there was a lot of speed from everybody on that line coming in. So you hate to see it when it happens, but unfortunately it does.
15:24 to go in the second period. Panthers control the faceoff, but a long pass goes towards the wall, and Beaver Dam able to slap it into the Oregon zone. Pass towards center, though, is too strong, and they're not able to get a shot on net. Puck still in the corner. Romer fighting for it there along with Parker Schmidt of Oregon. Sends up the wall. Nice stick handle by the Panthers, but they do lose track of it. Romer follows it along and moves it across to Wiedholz. Wiedholz jammed up by Dalton Jones. He had the first score for the Golden Beavers, but the Panthers move it up the near side of the wall in their own zone. Big hit back behind the play, and I believe we got a penalty coming up. The guilty party, I think, will be Wesley Beal, and he is the one headed to the box. We'll see what the signal is from the referee. That hit was well behind the play, so I believe it might be interference. Elbowing instead is the call. So Wesley Beal at 14:54 in the second period, 14:54 on the clock rather, commits the elbowing penalty, and the Panthers have their first power play opportunity since very early in the first period.
Yeah, and the Beavers did a great job in that last couple shifts of taking away time and space from Oregon. They never let them get a couple strides and a pass. They just stayed on them. But here they're going to have to do that a lot more on this power play because Oregon looks like they're starting to find their confidence.
So we have Coach Larry Clemens talking with the referee over here at the bench. I'm not sure what the discussion was, but either way, Panthers ready to go. They've got their number one line out there. It'll be Colton Ayers in the dot, Adam Franken to his right, Laszlo Oros occupying one of the defensive spots. They want him on the point for this power play. Face-off won by the Golden Beavers, rimmed along the glass, and a nice clear that time by Dalton Jones. Sends it all the way down into the Panther zone. Behind the net, Oregon takes it. Oros up on the near wall. I think that one banged into the referee. A minute 45 to go on the power play as the Panthers move it cross ice. A nice pickoff attempt, and now it's Daniel Smolin. Smolin stick handles and no goal. Hit off the crossbar, no good. He nearly got it in. The Golden Beavers fans thought it was in, but the referee does not allow it. A huge hit from Smolin. He's got it again shorthanded. Bumped off the line by Joe Romer. With a minute 25 now, the Panthers do have it. Oros through center ice as he comes across the blue line. Working towards the outside edge on the left wing side. Pulls it back up, looking for Ayers in the middle. Instead wraps it far side for Franken there. There's Ayers. Shot, the save off of Kirk Davis's pads. Oros, 14:03 to play in the second period. Quick shot and a quick save right in the corner. A great pick by Franken and a big hit along the wall, but Beaver Dam clears it. Now Beaver Dam has Dalton Jones behind everybody. Romer striding to pick him up. Jones stops up and loses the edge hard into the boards. That puck loose with 51 seconds on the power play. Franken's got it in front of the Zamboni door. Panthers going for a long pass. Chipped in, so no icing, and it'll come all the way down to Colton Ayers. Ayers up towards the point. Buskag. Shot is wide, well wide of the cage, and comes along to the right wing wall. Slapped along by the Beaver Dam Golden Beavers, and with 30 seconds left on the power play, Panthers will gather it up. Buskag in his own zone, and a bit of confusion on who should be where. It's going to be picked up by the Golden Beavers. Shoved down to the ground by Caden Peterson. Does a stick lift, plays it with his skates, but still can't get it. 15 seconds to go on the power play. Panthers behind their own zone, 13:08 to go in this period. Tied up hard with Spencer Buskagger there, and now they've got another chance. The pass through center on the shorthanded, no good. 5 seconds on the power play. Blockered away in the slot, a shot, and it's deflected away by Caden Peterson. Both teams are full strength. And boy, I must say that felt more like a power play for Beaver Dam than it did for Oregon.
Yeah, honestly, you had two good shots from Oregon coming in that Davis.
Oh my word, and a huge hit. And we've got a whistle on the play. I'm not sure what the penalty was. I saw the collision, but I did not see what the infraction might have been. The referees are going to confer on this one. So far, number 24, Ben Wiedholz, was the indicated party, and although it was violent, I have to admit, in the moment, I didn't see what might have been the infraction.
I got to admit, and I hate to say it, I was not watching that part of the play. I was looking at some of the stuff that was going on behind it, so I totally missed it. But it definitely looked like a yard sale because a stick and a glove were kind of all over. And I don't know if they called a penalty or if it was just an offside call.
Well, we've got the referee coming over. 2 minutes for elbowing is going to be the call, and I believe it is Ben Wiedholz that is the guilty party, number 24. At least that was the initial signal, if I saw where the referee was pointing correctly. So he came over to the scorer's bench, indicated 2 minutes for elbowing. Coach Clements now looking to get an explanation. It was a big collision, but as I looked at it in the moment, I didn't see it. The referees have a much better view than I do. I don't mean to say that to say they got it wrong. It just looked like an awkward collision rather than anything illegal necessarily to my eye.
Yeah, and again, I unfortunately was watching a different part of the ice, but I think whatever it was more of just a collision, and everybody looks pretty confused out there right now.
Yep, we do not know. So it looks like we're going to assess this actually against number 12, Trey McKee. Trey McKee, one of the newest players on this team. I have to admit, I don't know that he was actually involved. I'm not sure the referees got that part right. But at any rate, with at 5:21 in the second, elbowing the call against Trey McKee, number 12 of Oregon. And so we will have a 5-on-4 power play chance for 2 minutes for the Beaver Dam Golden Beavers. They are 1 for 2 on the power play already tonight. And they've got another opportunity here, up 2-1 with 12:39 showing on the clock. Panthers do win that faceoff, and a nice whistle down by Ben Wiedholz actually sends it right on net. Panthers put a little pressure on in the person of Joe Romer, but Beaver Dam easily controls, sends it through center ice, and here's Ian Conley. Top of the slot, trying to stick handle through, gets hit by a number of sticks, loses the puck, and a nice job by Oregon to get the clear. A little paintbrush, but they work together, and they're able to send it out. Caden Peterson and Ben Wiedholz combine. Wiedholz putting the pressure on as Beaver Dam tries to send it all the way through center ice. Nobody able to find that puck, and now it is Beaver Dam that comes up with it. Connor Strasser moving it up the near side wall towards Vanderhoven. All the way to the far side for Conley. Vanderhoven again near point. Top of the circle. That shot is blocked away by the last-minute skate intervention of Alex Barnish. Got the legs together and poked that one free. Minute 15 on the power play. 11:52 to play in the second period. Dropped off for Vanderhoven again. Sends it down towards 25 Daniel Smolin, but the Panthers have it, and the Panthers send it clear. Another nice job by the Panthers penalty killers. Even minute on the power play with 11:39 to go in this period.
Oregon's not pressuring as hard as Beaver Dam was on their penalty kill. They're giving them a little bit of ice.
And here comes Beaver Dam with a 3-on-3. A nice stick handle, a backhand, and what a stop. A positional save by Colton Daly on a hell of a shot from Ian Conlon. Behind the play, Conlon getting tied up with Buskogger on the stick, but the puck comes all the way down into the Beaver Dam zone. Golden Beavers recontrol, but the pass goes wide, and this one's going to be picked up by Oregon. Remains in center ice. 25 seconds left on the power play, and now getting in is Simon Dosher. The first time we've seen him in this game. He holds the blue line, but here comes Beaver Dam again. Blockered away, second chance wide off the outside edge of the cage. 15 seconds left on the power play as the Golden Beavers set up. Cross ice to the opposite faceoff dot. Big shove delivered by Ben Outhouse, who then clears the puck down. A great clear from Ben Outhouse. The 6'1", 165-pound defenseman has killed off this penalty as both teams are full strength as Trey McKee heads back to the ice and right back to the bench to get a change. Here comes Beaver Dam, 3-on-3. Drop the puck off, it gets lost in the skates. Panthers look to pick it up, and it'll be Caden Peterson. In towards center, but he's able to play it along with the shin. After it was deflected, he is flattened in center ice, and that is going to get a penalty. Delivering the hit was Wesley Beal, and he is going to head to the box.
Boy, I got to be honest, I don't like this call either. It looks like he's giving him a roughing call, and that's not really what happened. You had somebody kind of lose their edge, and the game became tangled, and to make sure you don't hurt anybody, you just kind of go with the flow into the boards. I did not see that as a rough call. I think that's one that Beaver Dam has a right to complain about.
Captain Ben Kramers is out there challenging it, but as it is, it will be Wesley Beal's second penalty, and he slams his fist against the wall. And whatever the merits of the penalty, he's lucky the refs didn't keep an eye on that, because nothing will get you a misconduct penalty quicker than objecting to a penalty in that fashion.
I seem to remember a game or two where we witnessed things like that.
I believe we have in years gone by. As it is, though, Beal will spend his second time in this second period in the box. The Panthers with their second period power play. I'm not sure how many more times I can use second in a sentence. Panthers, top of the circle. Oros, shot and a pad save. Perfect position from Kirk Davis. 10-10 to go in the period. Minute 48 on the power play. Oros, a nice job to move around. Top of the circle, now down to the corner. Franken working his way back behind the net into center. Towards Oros, it's knocked towards the point, but held by Joe Romer. Back to Oros off the wall. Oros behind the net for Franken. Franken shields his man away there. Back to Oros, outer hash marks. 9:50 to go in this period. Franken underneath the net, looking for an open pass. He finds Romer, but Romer can't quite get it with either the stick or the skate blade. All the way down into Oregon territory. Minute 19 on the power play as Romer gets it back behind his own net. Nearly stripped of it behind there by Ben Kramers, and Colton Daly will cover it up. We have seen the Beaver Dam Beavers exploit that in the Panther zone. When the Panthers feel like they're safe, Beaver Dam comes up, and they've made some moves off of that.
Yeah, I mean, you just had a good 30 to 40 seconds of the Panthers controlling it in the zone, getting lots of good passes, moving everybody around. It gets out of the zone, and the pressure from Beaver Dam has just been ridiculous, and Oregon's having a hard time adjusting to that.
Panthers win the faceoff in their own zone, and working his way forward with this puck is Ben Wiedholz. Wiedholz decides to loft it over the goal and allow his teammates to give chase. Picking it up there is Barlow, up to the point. Parker Schmidt, a slap shot goes off the shins, played very nicely ahead by Smolin. The Panthers will have to check up on the delayed offsides. They're still offsides as they didn't quite time that right. Panthers now able to pursue, but it's held by the Beavers with 50 seconds left on the power play. In neutral ice, nearly taken by Conlon. He would have been all alone, but the Panthers get one last hand on it. Big shoving in front of the penalty benches here. Puck still loose along the blue line of the Panthers. Now they work it through center ice. Barlow taps over to Schmidt. Left wing side, Barlow again in the center. A huge hit against the wall, and we're starting to see a lot more physical activity from these teams. Beaver Dam benefits from a nice roll there along the half wall. And it's taken by the Panthers back into neutral ice again. Smolin fires it into the Panthers zone with 15 seconds left on the power play and 8:35 to go in this second period. Beaver Dam still up 2-1. There's Wiedholz. Wiedholz got a 2-on-2 opportunity with Barlow. Wiedholz, outer hash marks. His shot goes wide. I think a stick intervened. Parker Schmidt's got it now with 4 seconds left on the power play. One last chance held in the corner by Beaver Dam. They flip it down, and that will be an icing call. No, the referees let that one go. It was launched before the penalty ended. Chance for it for Kramers here. Kramers into the middle, deflected by a skate and comes back behind the net. Beal, who's coming off that penalty, has this one behind the net, but there's Ayers for Oregon. 8:04 to play in the second period. Beaver Dam strips the puck again. It's Vanderhoven in the corner. Now works its way down towards Outhouse of Oregon. Outhouse getting pushed around, but trying to dig that puck off the wall. Fighting for it is Alex Barnish as well, but up to the point for Beaver Dam. Vanderhoven, cross-ice pass, finds Kramers, but he can't settle it down. His shot well wide. Beal behind the net, trying to get to Kramers, but it ends up behind the net once more. Outhouse to the point with 7:40 to go in the second period. Behind the net, and it'll be rifled along that time by Buskogger. I believe that might have been tipped. No, we have a hand up, and icing is the call. So with 7:32 to go in the second period, we'll have a face-off in the Panther zone.
It always seems that the Panthers, and especially in this period, really seem like they're stuck in quicksand when Beaver Dam has it in their zone. They're really not doing a good job of finding separation and getting out clean. From the neutral zone into the offensive zone, they do great, but it's getting out of their own zone that Beaver Dam has really made difficult for Oregon.
Romer wins that faceoff clearly in the middle, and Romer does a nice job to pick it up. Here he comes, near faceoff dot, shot and a save, and it is tied up in the leg pad of Kirk Davis. Boy, Romer had speed. He had a great release. Great job by Davis to shut down the 5-hole.
Yeah, and there was a nice pass to go to, too, right down the middle, but I think he only had the shot because of the defensive players from Beaver Dam. But that's the kind of speed we need to see consistently coming out of the zone.
Face-off won by Beaver Dam. They send one down, and now Beaver Dam striding. It's going to be Vanderhoven that gets to this puck first. Vanderhoven shot, and it's too high. That one rises on him, gets up over the crossbar, but another one-on-none break for the Beaver Dam Golden Beavers. 7:04 to go in this second period. Vanderhoven working behind the Oregon net, tries to lay it in front, picked up by Caden Peterson, leads it along. Panthers striding as they enter the zone 2-on-2. Nice job to hop through traffic. A quick shot, and it's deflected away. Doesn't make it to the net. Panthers deliver a body, and this one comes to the wall. Getting after that is Trey McKee. Called for that penalty earlier in the period that we talked about. Now a 2-on-1. Kramers feeds it across. Conlon can't settle that one down. A bouncing puck, and it gets away from him. The Panthers dodge a bullet. 6:34 to go in the second period. Oregon in their own zone. Dangerous pass through center, but they get away with this one and move it ahead to Kyle Rohr. Up the left wing side on his opposite end, he's got Trey McKee. Gets in the pass. McKee, a shot and a great pad save from Kirk Davis. He is doing a job for the Beavers in net. 6:16 to play as the Beavers enter the zone. Shot, the score! Top of the circle, rifled in by Ben Kramers. And he makes it 3-1 Beaver Dam.
Yeah, that was just a great save on one end. Kind of an against the grain save with the toe of his skate that Davis kicks out. And then on the transition, Beaver Dam comes through the neutral zone with some speed, finds the open stick, and is able to put it high past Colton Daly. That was a very pretty, very well-placed goal. Beaver Dam has been rolling in this period.
Ben Kramers with a beautiful shot, and in the transition, that's what Coach Matamoros talked about in that State Journal article. They make that one work. Working hard as they come in. An unassisted goal for Kramers as you hear the PA call there. Even 6 minutes to play, and here come the Beaver Dam Golden Beavers the other way. Dalton Jones gets pushed hard against the wall. Panthers pick it up, and now we've got a delayed penalty coming. Interference is going to be the call, and I have to agree with that one. Dalton Jones had gotten rid of that puck. He takes a big shot, and an easy call for the referees to make against Spencer Buskogger, and that's one I know Coach Clemens is going to be unhappy with.
Yeah, and he should be. That's kind of a breakdown in discipline. There was a lot of time from him releasing that puck to contact. Those are the kind of bad penalties that have really hurt the Panthers in the past. But right now, Oregon has to find a way to kind of gain some composure, generate some good shifts, and maybe get a goal before the end of this second period or before Beaver Dam finds a way to get to the back of the net again.
2-minute power play for the Beaver Dam Golden Beavers after the interference call against Buskogger. A quick shot and a great save. Daniel Smolin from the top of the near circle, a nice glove from Colton Daly. Minute 56 on the power play, 5:48 in the second period.
Yeah, Smolin had a really good shot. The problem was there was nobody in front of Daly, so he's able to see that thing all the way in.
Daly is going to stop it if he can see it. Off the face-off, the Panthers do hold this one. Works towards the blue line, held and shot and gloved. Ben Kramers at the blue line, fires a light one in. Daly easily able to make the stop.
Yeah, Oregon seems to be looking to generate some offense even on this penalty kill. Maybe do a little bit to Beaver Dam what Beaver Dam has been doing to the Panthers and try and generate some shorthanded pressure.
Face-off this time is won by the Golden Beavers. They rifle it along, and behind the net, Ian Conlon trying to grab it up. Wiedholtz fighting there, but Conlon comes up with it up towards the point for Kramers. Kramers shot in a pad save right there, and a block. A second chance, and it's off the back of the net. What a job by number 5, Ben Outhouse, to block the second opportunity from Daniel Smolin. All the way towards Conlon, but fighting for it is Caden Peterson. Peterson rims it to the near side, but it's going to be easily picked up by Dalton Jones. Sends that one down to Vanderhoven. Vanderhoven with a good look goes cross ice instead, and it works its way to Kramers off the missed shot. Behind the net, Panthers putting pressure on. Minute 10 on the power play. 5:07 to go in this second period. There's Vanderhoven once again up towards the center point. Kramers drops that one off into the corner, trying to find Smolin. Up towards the point for Dalton Jones. Back down to Smolin as they try and change it up. He loses the edge, loses the puck. The Panthers can't clear it out. Now they've got to clear, and here's Joe Romer working one-on-one against Kramers. Romer drags through on the toe drag, but can't quite hold on. Wiedholtz sends it back towards the center for Romer, no good, but holds it in once again. 40 seconds left on the power play as the Panthers get a little pressure, but now here comes Smolin, drifting towards the top of the circle. His pass deflected away by a nice defensive stick from the Panthers. Puck grabbed once again, lost in a skate though, and Vanderhoven has to retreat to the far point. Cross ice for Dalton Jones on the near point as they reset. 22 seconds on the power play. They find a man and work it over to Kramers. Up towards the point, and that's out of reach, and there are 15 seconds left on the power play. 4:05 to go in this second period. Beaver Dam up 3-1 here in the Oregon Panthers home opener against their Badger North opponent. Working his way in, Vanderhoven backhands towards the slot, nobody there but Panthers. Panthers can't push it clear though. Vanderhoven has it again. Along the near side wall, both teams full strength as the penalty expires. Pass across, flicked in towards center, still off a couple of skates, it's loose. Backhanded shot is saved. Smolin can't get the second attempt as it's covered by Colton Daly. 3:41 to go. The Panthers live dangerously on that one, but they kill it successfully, and we're back to full strength.
They did. There was some real good looks from the Golden Beavers there on that power play. One, I'm surprised, did not go in on that rebound. It just stayed out, and that would have really been hard for Oregon to kind of find their feet again after that. Oregon seems to be lacking some confidence right now.
Faceoff is won by the Beaver Dam, but they're not able to hold the zone, and here comes Laszlo Oros. Kicks it along, and now Oros has Franken with him. Kirk Davis challenged by Oros. He's able to get it away to the near wall, but there's Adam Franken. Gives it back to Oros, to Ayers. Ayers a shot, and it's tangled up in the skates of the defender for Beaver Dam. 3:20 to play as Beaver Dam now breaking on the rush, right wing side. Fires a shot, and it goes well wide and angles along the near side wall. Puck still loose on that near edge. Panthers looking to clear it out. Instead, it ends up behind the net for Beal. Beal taking 2 penalties in this period. He sends one down. That's going to come all the way to his goalie, Kirk Davis, with an even 3 minutes to play. Into neutral ice, Colton Ayers for Oregon. Sends one along towards the wall. It'll be picked up by Laszlo Oros. Oros jumps past one man, but the puck comes out of the zone. It's sent right in by Spencer Buskogger. Beaver Dam looking to set up. They go for a long pass. They're able to find Wesley Beal. Beal over the top, but now settles down. Across to Kramers. Kramers a shot and a save, and not handled cleanly by Colton Daly, but he keeps it out of the net. Panthers pick up. Loft a little pass. Here's Oros behind the defense. Oros, hash mark, shot the save, and cleared away by the defense. Oros still with the puck behind the net, pushed hard by Kramers against the wall, and we've got a penalty coming up. This one's going to go against number 12, Trey McKee. I believe this is going to be an elbow. No, they'll get him for the cross check. He came in, delivered the shot in the back, and the Panthers go right back on the penalty kill.
Unless they matched them up. I think they matched them up.
We've got cross-checking, and you're right, we do have matching cross-checking penalties. This goes against the captain, Ben Kramers.
Both number 12s.
Well, yeah, both number 12s. Ben Kramers and Trey McKee both getting the penalties here. So at the second period with 2:22 left in this period. And now we have a little bit of a discussion.
Okay.
And now we're taking, so they thought they had matched them up, but we actually hadn't. So this is only going against the Panthers. And so unfortunately, Trey McKee will sit for 2 minutes. This is his second penalty of the day. This one for a cross-check. Panthers on the penalty kill, and it's controlled. A quick shot. What a stop. Oh, my goodness. Jacob Cameron, and he is down, and he is hurt.
It caught him right in the one spot you do not
Oh, boy.
want to get hit.
Cameron able to get right up, but you could tell, I think, that got him in the groin, and poor Jacob Cameron, he gets a couple slaps on the back.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that makes up for it, but oh dear.
Yeah, you know that look.
Yes, we've all been there. If you played hockey for any amount of time, it'll happen to you eventually. As it is, though, the power play continues. Minute 50 on the power play, and Beaver Dam controls in the Panther zone. Kramer's slapper goes wide as it's deflected away from the net. Send down, and it finds Connor Strasser. Strasser pushed up against the wall by Caden Peterson. Puck still trapped there here on the near side. Panthers able to dig it out, and a nice job. Here goes Joe Romer. Romer blown behind the defense. Left wing side. Face-off dot. Romer shoots, and it's saved and cleared away by Kirk Davis. And now the Beaver Dam Beavers will try and challenge in transition. Great job to hold in center ice by the Panthers. That was Parker Schmidt with a heck of an effort in the neutral zone. Minute 15 on the power play. Romer delivers a big check and gets this crowd into it. A little tap in on the one touch. Ian Conlon pursuing for the Beavers. Peterson rides him right into the wall as the Panthers try and clear it out of their zone. An even minute left on the power play. Minute 21 to go in this second period. Beaver Dam up 3-1 and working on making that 4-1 here with the power play opportunity. Parker Schmidt to Joe Romer. Romer turns and clears. Gets that one out of the zone. Forces Beaver Dam to retreat with 45 seconds left to go on their power play. Another nice hold, and the Panthers move it along. Just out of the reach, but now striding is Ben Wiedholz. Wiedholz, face-off done, knocked away from behind. He's still got it. Wraps it towards the opposite side, and the Panthers are deep on the pursuit here, shorthanded. 30 seconds to go on this power play. 49 seconds to go in the period. Puck all the way to the scorer's table here, where it'll be gathered by Daniel Spolin. Spolin entering slowly as his team is changing. He'll go for a change as well. Panthers behind the net with 15 seconds on the power play. Lift it high and lift it clear. A nice clearing attempt, though it takes a weird break off the stanchion, and Franken might win this race to the puck. Franken battling with Dalton Jones, who moves it along for Beaver Dam. Both teams are full strength as the penalty expires. Panthers in neutral ice work it towards the center faceoff dot. Fighting for it, but able to enter is Wesley Beal. Beal battles all the way in. Near side faceoff dot. Shot is wide off a deflected skate blade. 10 seconds to go. Beal into the center. Panthers are there. Oros with 5 seconds to play. Got a 3-on-2 chance. He's disrupted in neutral ice. And that will end this second period. Beaver Dam extends their lead as we head into the second intermission. It is 3-1 Golden Beavers out here at the Oregon Community Ice Arena.
Yeah, the tempo of that second period really increased from the first. The first was there was some finesse and some speed, but the second period was all speed and generating good scoring chances. And at the end of that period, you had Beaver Dam pretty much winning in every category. They're winning the battles along the boards. They're winning the speed battles. They are really pushing hard, and right now Oregon's going to have to find something to try and match it.
5 penalties in that period, 3 against Oregon, 2 against Beaver Dam, but it's an even strength goal. That's our only score, a sniper shot from the top of the far circle by number 12, Ben Kramers, their captain. That was his 27th of his Beaver Dam career. That was his 5th in this season. He is a scoring threat, and he shows why on that shot. That was just a pretty score.
Yeah, the speed that Beaver Dam has shown, especially that line through the neutral zone and into the offensive zone, has been ridiculously impressive. And I don't think Oregon was really prepared for that kind of speed on transition.
One guy I'm really interested in talking about a little bit is Joe Romer. We saw him last year. He got a fair amount of minutes, but was kind of a third line sort of a guy, building his skills, learning the game. They list him at 6 foot even right now. He's definitely grown from last year, and what he has really grown in is speed. We have seen him all over the ice, making plays. The shot he took when he got a bit of a breakaway here was brilliant, and it was a great save from Kirk Davis to be able to shut that 5-hole before he could force it through. I think he could be the guy that kind of breaks this thing open for Oregon if they can get something moving in this third period.
Yeah, Romer or Franken, both of them have been really pushing, but absolutely Romer's been just everywhere you want to see him. He's not giving up on the puck. He's making the gritty plays along the boards, and he's finding ways to get to open ice. So Romer's looked really solid, and it would be nice to see him bury a couple.
One thing interesting from both of these teams, we often talk about this difference in shots in hockey, quality versus quantity. Are you getting good chances, or are you just putting it on the net? Neither team seems that interested in just taking shots. We're seeing a lot of passing, a lot of looking for guys, a lot of setups. Do you foresee either of these teams changing and just going for a quantity approach, or are they going to stick to trying to set up good scoring chances?
Beaver Dam really seems to be looking to shoot the puck anytime they get it, which again, on their last goal, you could see that. There were obvious other passes he could have made, but saw something he liked and took the shot and made it 3-1. Oregon, on the other hand, is always looking for that pretty goal-scoring play. That's been something that's, over the past 4 years, we've seen. They make things look pretty. And sometimes you just got to put that to the side and just start taking shots, putting the puck towards the net, hoping for a rebound or a redirection, because you've got one period left to score a minimum of 2 goals. Otherwise, you're not going to walk away with the W.
Last thing before we'll get going here for the second intermission break, a lot more physical in the second period, and we saw that reflected on the score sheet in terms of penalties because, we are still early in the season, and I think guys are still figuring out that pace a little bit. We saw a couple of penalties that definitely Coach Clemens is going to want back. What are you saying to your team coming out in the third period here? Are you mentioning that at all, or are you trying to focus on the positive and keep them moving on offense?
No, I think you got to tell them that they need to be playing their position. There were 4 or 5 times in that period where Buskager was not in his defensive role. It looked like he was a right D, and I saw him deep in the left circle a number of times, and that's how Beaver Dam has gotten behind them. They need to be more disciplined in their positions and not trying to force things the other way. It isn't throw everything at the net time yet. You've still got a whole period, and we've seen Oregon put together multiple goals really quick, but you've got to build in that discipline of position.
Alrighty, folks, we're going to take a break. We will be back with the third and final period in just about 11 minutes. Stay tuned to OCA Media's broadcast of Oregon Panthers boys hockey. Welcome back, everyone. Zach Seeloff and Dan Graychuk with you here on OCA Media as the Panthers get ready to start the third period. They trail the Beaver Dam Golden Beavers 3-1 here in this home opener for them at the Oregon Community Ice Arena. And Dan, first face-off, what do you want to see them do, try and get themselves back into this game?
More intensity. I think they need to come out right from the drop of that puck and really start to push the puck hard into the offensive zone. The passing is great. They're finding good passing lanes, but they need to start taking more shots. They've only gotten one past Davis, and they need to start taking more shots from everywhere on the ice. And who knows, maybe you're going to get lucky and get a good bounce.
Only one score in that second period. It was an unassisted goal from Ben Kramers, their captain. He absolutely sniped it from the top of the far circle. Just a beautiful score. And sometimes that's the thing in hockey. You get a good score in a good position, and he just makes you pay. It's not like anything specific broke down. That was one of those rush down one way, rush down the other kind of plays. But it hurts you. Now you're down 2 goals going into the third period.
Yeah, they ended up doing that as an unassisted goal, but I really think Kirk Davis should get it because he did that. He had to make that toe save on a shot that was against the grain. It looks easy, but I'm telling you, from being in the crease, it's not. It's a different kind of a stretch. And that good save turned around and made a goal at the other end.
I think it's fair to say Kirk Davis, an early favorite for our player of the game from Beaver Dam. We will see how that goes, but the face-off to start this third period is won by the Oregon Panthers. They send it up into the Beaver Dam zone, but the Golden Beavers gather it there. Cross-ice pass, and they're able to work a 2-on-2 opportunity here. Kramer's on the far side. He has it stripped away, though. And the Panthers, oh boy, a huge hip check delivered by Connor Strasser against Parker Schmidt. Big, brutal hit, but this one comes into the Panther zone. Wiedholz is going to let that one roll all the way out. The Panthers will stride after it with 16:33 to go. No ice the call, as that one was wrapped around by the Golden Beavers themselves. Behind the net, Panthers have it. Working in the corner, trying to dig this one out is Kyle Rohr. Up towards the point, but flicked away, and now a potential 2-on-1 developing. It's Kramer along with Ian Conlon. His pass is broken up into center ice and knocked to the corner wall. Parker Schmidt there sends it up that near side edge. Held in by the Golden Beavers, and to Kramer's in the corner. Kramer steps around one man, works in the middle, gets sandwiched for his trouble, fires it right through the crease, but it doesn't have the angle. And now behind the net, Vanderhoven tries to find Kramer's. A nice job to dig that one away by Kyle Rohr, but in the slot, Conlon takes a quick shot and misses just wide. Couple of good opportunities for the Beaver Dam Golden Beavers on this one. That one is sent down by the Panthers and will go for icing. They just wanted a change, a tired line with 15:46 to go in this game.
Yeah, they had to get it out of there. Everybody was tired, and Beaver Dam has done a great job of maintaining the offensive zone and not letting the Oregon Panthers take it out. They really take away time and space well, and that's kind of handcuffing the Panthers.
Panthers have their first line out there as they look to start this one up. It is won by the Beavers. They try to send it towards the net. It does work its way finally to Colton Daly, who covers it up, and we get a late whistle from the refs. The Oregon student section trying to get into it a little bit here with 15:41 to play in this game. Beaver Dam still up 3-1.
Yeah, pretty good scoring chance there, but they were so close in, and Daly had everything blocked off real well. So that's going to be a save that he should be able to make, but they've got to find a way to get it out of their end.
Panthers tie this one up on the dot, now send it towards the point. Tried to tap along, and a nice tap along by Ayers. He finds Franken, 2-on-1 with Oros. Oh, and a swing and a miss. They got the pass across, but they can't quite put it on net. A Superman defensive dive. They beat that. The pass goes through, but it doesn't come to the net. Ayers down to Oros. Oros steps through the defense, wraps it towards Franken. It finds its way to Ayers. At the point, a quick shot from Outhouse, and it's blockered down by Kirk Davis. Another good save from the new goaltender for the Golden Beavers. Outhouse tries to flip it through. It's tapped out of the air by Smolin, who works it deep into the Panther zone. Ben Outhouse behind his own net, angles it off the boards to Oros, who swaps it towards the blue line, and that one comes back to Colton Daly off a deflection, and it will be held by him for another face-off. Alex Woods put that one in for the Beaver Dam Beavers, 14:58 to go.
A real good rush, but unfortunately it was one and done. They got the pass they were looking for. It just didn't connect in the right way. But again, Davis was there and ready in a full split, and that was an impressive way for him to follow that puck in.
Joe Romer wins the faceoff. He's been very solid in the faceoff dot for the Panthers, which the Beaver Dam Beavers have controlled more or less. Kramer's shot is blocked up by the last-minute stick intervention of Ben Wiedholz. Just doesn't let him get a clean look at that. A nice bump along the blue line, but the Panthers hang with it. Wiedholz still putting pressure on. Amazing that they were able to enter on sides. It was Kyle Rohr doing the work there, and the Panthers hold at the point. Romer dropped it off for the referee, thinking he was a teammate. Shot from the point is blockered away once again. 14:29 to go in this game. Panthers on the near wall of the Beaver Dam zone. They hold the puck as Parker Schmidt sends it down. Pushed up against the wall, still fighting for it is Kyle Rohr, but digging it out and coming away is Ian Conlon. Chips it along the wall for Ben Kramers. Kramers working on Parker Schmidt, pushes him off and fights for it to the rear wall. Schmidt delivers a high late hit, but it lets it go by and comes towards the middle of the ice. Trying to work a low angle shot. They feed it into center. That shot goes wide, and now we have a whistle. And we have a slashing call coming up. I am not sure which team is guilty of this, though. I saw the referee on the far blue line signal a slash, and so far we don't have anyone coming over.
Oh, here he comes.
Slashing is the call, and it will go against the Panthers, unfortunately. Guilty of the slash is number 11, Kyle Rohr. Rohr, who had such a good run on the defensive end, now called for the slash. So 4 minutes and 2 seconds into this third period, Panthers go on the penalty kill once again. As Beaver Dam works on the power play, Panthers, though, get a quick flip, and now striding after this one is Alex Barnish working on Ben Kramers. Kramers behind his own net. Barnish trying to hack at him. Got to be careful with that stick there. Got a little up high, but here comes Kramers the other way on the power play. Works around the corner, gets past his man, sends it to the middle, but the deflection doesn't go. Wind in a drive, and that one was hit very poorly. Got a lot more ice than he got puck. Striding is Barnish once again. Barnish and nearly missing it was Davis. A rare error from Davis in this game. Panthers hold, though, and send to the corner. Barnish will fight again with Connor Strasser. Strasser behind his net. He'll turn it around with 1:20 on the power play. 13-15 left to go in this game. The Beaver Dam Beavers are up 3-1 on the Oregon Panthers. Conlon works his way into the low slot. Nowhere to go. Tries to turn and fire. It's nicely handled by Colton Daly, but he's not able to gather the rebound. Pushed down hard to the ice was Buskogger there. We get a little more shoving behind the net, and this one's picked up and sent to the middle and sent out by Daniel Smolin. Wanted to find one of his players, couldn't connect. 12:50 to play in the game. 50 seconds left on the power play as the Panthers get 4 new penalty killers out there. Pass in towards the center blue line. Moving along is Hurley. Hurley loses control of the puck, and Romer able to send that one down. Sent on net, easily patted away by Kirk Davis. 35 seconds on the power play, 12:30 to go in the game. 2-goal lead for the Golden Beavers, visiting here against the Oregon Panthers in their home opener. Beavers are 2-0 on the season, Panthers 1-1-1. Entry into the zone for Smolin. Drops it off on a nice change to Dalton Jones into the center, and a great clear right out of the slot by the Panthers. Ben Wiedholz putting the pressure on. Smolin turns around the corner through center ice, enters the Panthers zone. Opposite circle, backhander shot saved, cleared out of the crease. A nice job that time by Caden Peterson. And again, the Panthers flip it out. 2 seconds left on the power play. Both teams are full strength. Kyle Rohrer heads right over to the bench. The Panthers get plenty of new skaters. And they have one in down low. Franken flips it high and into the safety netting. They generate a great opportunity as they get a line change there, but Franken gets just a little bit too far under it.
Yeah, that was a misplay going back from behind the net. Gets over to Franken, and he was looking at the rafters after that one. He's going to have nightmares about that. It was a wide open net, but sometimes that's the way it happens with a rolling puck.
11:50 to play in this game. Beaver Dam still up 3-1. The Panthers, and it looks like we're going to send this one out because Franken shot it directly out of play, although obviously mistakenly, still a direct shot out, so we will take this to neutral ice. Whistled in by Buskogger, and the Panthers will give chase, and it ends up behind the Golden Beavers net. Strasser sends it up along the wall. It's going to be taken at the point and sent towards the cage, but well wide left. Once again, Buskogger trying to get this one. It's picked off and taken away by Vanderhoven. Vanderhoven tries to flip it through. A nice little dipsy doodle. His pass across, though, is out of the reach of Ian Conlon. Big hit up against the wall, and here come the Panthers with a 2-on-1. Panthers coming. It's Ayers. Flips to Franken. Franken a shot. And a save by Kirk Davis once again. Kirk Davis stays on Franken and gets the save. Ayers can't redirect that one. It's all the way to the wall. Up to the point. Buskogger's shot is blocked away, and now trying to charge is Ian Conlon. A nice kick that time by Kramers to keep this puck in neutral ice. Vanderhoven challenging at the point. Nice job by the Panthers that time. Ben Outhouse sends it down. It ends up as icing, but Outhouse, great work at the blue line to prevent an entry from Beaver Dam.
Another play at the blue line where Buskogger just tries to pinch and keep it in, and it ends up going the other way. But a really big speed coming out of that line, able to generate a shot. But unfortunately, Kirk Davis is just on fire so far this game.
He is standing on his head. I'm pretty sure he used his head to block that last shot in the Oregon opportunity. Beaver Dam sends one through the middle. Dangerous pass. It's held by Wesley Beal. Beal over to Smolin. Smolin into the slot. Dalton Jones tried to play it through the legs. Couldn't do it. A nice spin around, and this is going to be a penalty against Beaver Dam. Hooking, I'm pretty sure, will be the call. Referee on this side, tripping is what they'll call him for. Could have gone either way. With 10:35 to go, the Panthers will go on the power play as Brady Shaw of Beaver Dam is whistled for a tripping call.
Yeah, Oregon has to find a way on this power play to get to the back of the net. They're really running out of time here, and Beaver Dam seems to be building more and more confidence. This is a time that Oregon has to find a way to capitalize.
Panthers first line out there, their fourth power play opportunity. 10:35 to play in this game, but Beaver Dam does win the faceoff. Rim it along to the near side. There's Oros. That's why they put him in that point position. Oros sends down low trying to find Franken. Digging hard against the wall. 2 Beaver Dam players, 2 Panthers. Oros steps in to mix it up as well. Panthers work it down. Here's Franken behind the net. Taps back towards Oros and Ayers, and this one is not clear by Beaver Dam. Joe Romer will pick it up. Romer, normally the second line center, is on their power play team. He does a nice job to work that puck forward. Good stick handling. Here come the Panthers. Ayers along to Franken's. Got to stop up. Loses the puck. Romer able to tap it in center ice. Romer doing a great job in center ice, keeping Beaver Dam from advancing. This one goes out of play The fans do a nice job to flick it right back in, but it is out of play with 9:55 to go and a minute 20 on the Panther power play. We'll get a neutralized faceoff.
Boy, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Coach maybe call a timeout here. No, I guess not. I don't think that would be a bad idea, though. You keep that first power play line rested because you really need to find a way to capitalize in this power play.
And they are leaving them out there. Same line for the Panthers. They will find a new line of penalty killers for Beaver Dam. Panthers do win the faceoff, and it's Romer over to Oros. Back to Romer, far side. Clock is not running. There we go. Now the clock got started. Minute 12 to go, and that is going to be the icing against the power play team. You hate to have that. They try for a nice two-line pass here. It doesn't connect, and so we'll take the face-off in the Panther zone. Minute 10 on the power play, 9:45 to go in this game.
Well, you really have to give credit to Beaver Dam. Pretty much since the opening face-off, they have been playing consistently strong. They definitely owned that first part of the first period and the second period, and so far in the third.
Here comes Oros working his way around his own net. Oros has got a ton of speed, maybe the fastest player on this team. Look at him move through traffic, still sticking with that puck. The Panthers are able to jam it. They don't allow a complete clear, and Franken will have it at his own blue line. Across to Joe Romer. Sends it back to Franken on this near side. He's not going to get it, though, and Beaver Dam able to swat it in. It's Strasser pursuing against Romer. Nice stop-up move by Romer. He's got some open space. Strasser bangs into him. What an effort from the diminutive Strasser. 5'6", 135, punching above his weight here. Franken, near side, drops off. Working his way around and losing the edge is Kyle Rohrer. Rohrer gets back into the play. Battling at the point is Laszlo Oros. Moves it to Rohrer and then sends down, but cleared by Beaver Dam. 21 seconds left on the power play. 8:56 to go in this game. Panthers down 3-1. Working on a power play here after the tripping call. Nice little chip, and here's Oros with Franken and number 12, Trey McKee. McKee tends towards the center. Works this one along to Weholtz. Here's McKee again, centering for Franken again, and cleared out with 2 seconds to go on the power play. Both teams are full strength. Colton Daly will stop it behind the net. Another successful kill for Beaver Dam. Up towards the point here, here's McKee. Moves it through center ice. Panthers picking up speed, it's Weholtz, near side. Works his way around, knocks the stick out of the hand of one man. A block with the noggin by Trey McKee. Up along the near side at the point, and it gets past Caden Peterson. That one coming down. No icing the call, and Colton Daly has to retreat back into his net. Parker Schmidt does a nice job to backhand it away from the danger zone. Working forward now is Brody Barlow. He'll dump and chase with an even 8 minutes to play. Kirk Davis drops it behind his net for Josh Stubby. Challenged by the Panthers. Wind and a drive from Parker Schmidt, and again the blocker of Kirk Davis is alive. He had a good look at that puck, but it had some hustle on it off the stick of Parker Schmidt. Beaver Dam moves it forward, a shove against Smolin at the blue line. Panthers hold, and a big hit delivered as this one comes to the point again. Chopping at it is Oregon and Beaver Dam, but the Panthers get the better of it, rifle it in to the Golden Beaver zone. Up the near side wall, held at the point, wind and a drive by the Panthers, deflects and goes just wide. They got a redirect off of a stick. I think it might have been a Beaver Dam stick. It was 7:21 to go. Golden Beavers get the good bounce, work it up to Smolin again near side. Out of his reach, Caden Peterson sends it back down. The Panthers with some sustained zone time. McKee in the corner, looking for a pass. Here's Peterson. Wind and a shot is blocked away by Smolin. Beal comes up with the puck. He's trying to find Smolin on the blue line pass. Can't do it. Takes it himself. Knocked away off his tape. The Panthers have a chance the other way. Here comes Caden Peterson, 1-on-3. He'll wisely dump that one and go for a change. Looked like they might have had numbers. Peterson recognizes they don't. Gets his team a new line.
Yeah, they didn't have the legs to push that through any further. But again, good pressure from Oregon, and even generated a couple scoring chances.
Ben Outhouse sends this one up the near side. It's held by Ian Conlon of Beaver Dam. Conlon pushed up against the wall hard by Jacob Cameron. Buskagger in there with Cameron. We got a big fight against the wall here. A lot of checking as this puck comes out into neutral ice. Kramers dumps it into the Oregon zone. It'll be gathered there by Buskagger. Ahead along the wall to Outhouse. Looking for a long one here. He finds an outlet pass. It bangs off the stick of Colton Ayers, and that will go down for icing. Ayers just behind the red line as he fielded that one. 6:12 to play. We'll go to the Oregon zone. They are down 3-1 here in the third period.
And it looks like Beaver Dam has made a couple of adjustments here late in this period. They're really doing everything they can to keep three bodies back, to watch out for those odd man rushes and to try and handle the speed from Oregon. but they're really looking to try and keep this at a 3-1 game. And I think they're going to play a little more hard on defense than they are taking chances offensively.
Face off in the Panthers zone. The Panthers do win it back to the corner, but able to grab it is Kramers. He sends right through the slot, but can't get it to one of his teammates. A little miss on the chance to clear there. The Panthers still fighting for it. Now they do send it out into neutral ice. 2-on-1 chance for the Panthers, but it goes a little strong, and Brady Shaw sends it back into the Panther zone. Ayers sends this one, finds Franken on the blind pass. Franken into the slot. Franken backhand towards Oros, and it goes high on the deflection attempt. Franken and Oros and Ayers really combine well, but it goes for naught as Kramer, oh my goodness, a big collision, and now we've got a hand up. Delayed penalties coming, and we'll see what the signal is. Tripping is the call. This is going to go against the Panthers. Coming in against number 4.
No, it should not go against the Panthers.
Oh, see, I thought he signaled against Oregon. Spencer Buskogger initially. And they are taking the faceoff down to...
Oh, I think they had definitely lost something there, because the defender for Beaver Dam pretty much had his skate out and almost a slew foot. And that's why I was calling right away for a trip. And even the penalty box operator for Beaver Dam was opening their door.
I have to admit, that looked to me just like an awkward collision rather than a penalty on either player, and I agree with you. The foot was in just a weird place, and that's why they both kind of spun hard to the ice. Again, Coach Larry Clemens over at the bench there getting an explanation from the referee. They're talking about the physics of that impact. Because I think Coach Clemens is thinking kind of what we did, that was surprising to go against. I could just tell it was against them because the referee immediately pointed at him once play was whistled dead.
Yeah, it was an extended leg that you don't know if it was done intentional or try to just keep a position, but that's what I would have called it.
Buskogger is whistled for the trip, so with 5:38 to go, the Panthers have to kill off a 2-minute penalty, and they're down 2. Joe Romer strides along and puts pressure as the Panthers are able to get it clear initially. Minute 50 to go on the power play, 5:28 to play in the game. A long pass goes too long. Panthers gather in the neutral zone, send it right back down, and that one's actually chipped almost to the safety netting accidentally by Kirk Davis there. Beaver Dam holds behind their own net in the person of Dalton Jones. Their alternate captain looking to distribute this one with 1:32 to go on his power play. 5:10 to play in the game. His team up 2 against the Oregon Panthers. Enter the zone loosely, don't have good control of the puck, and it works its way to Alex Barnish. Sends it into the center off a deflection, but the Panthers able to grab and clear. Joe Romer will head to the bench along with Ben Wiedholtz to get 2 new penalty killers. 2 new power players come on for the Golden Beavers. Minute 10 left on the power play now. Beaver Dam just 1 of 6 on the power play tonight. This is their 7th power play opportunity. Losing the puck and clearing it out are the Panthers. A nice job so far. The Panthers haven't allowed them to get even a sniff of an offensive chance. Now here they come, working to the outer hash marks. Again, the puck knocked off the tape. Trying to come through traffic as Vanderhoven trips over his own man, and that gives Caden Peterson the chance to clear it out. 45 seconds to go. It's been all Oregon on this kill.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Beaver Dam's coming in with as much force as they were earlier in the game. And it looks like they're kind of just sitting back more. And Oregon is really doing a good job of taking away time and space.
Kramers loses that puck, just an awkward field. This one comes up towards the near point in the Beaver Dam zone. Now they are able to send it far side. That one's going to be gathered and fired in by the Panthers once more. That's sent on net. And Davis will just freeze it down. So with 19 seconds to go, the Panthers haven't allowed so much as a shot on this penalty kill. They've done a great job.
Yeah, and they're going to have to start taking some risks here soon if they want to try and tie this game up. They need to maybe pinch in a little bit more, look at more shots from outside of the slot, and look for a deflection or a rebound.
19 seconds left on the power play. Panthers win the faceoff. They control in the Beaver Dam zone. Shot deflects funny and gets just wide of the cage. Another deflection for the Panthers that ends up just wide. 9 seconds to go on the power play. Coming in hard is Smolin. It's poked off his tape, and they have to stop up to avoid the offsides. 2 seconds, 1 second, and both teams are full strength as the Panthers control behind their own net. Ben Outhouse trying to work that one around the near side. Colton Ayers there with him, but it's picked up and taken. Shot is wide from the Golden Beavers. 3:25 to go in this game. Panthers still down 2 goals. Outhouse trying to chip this one along the far side wall. Comes back to Colton Ayers, looking for a way to get this one clear of the zone. Tapped along by Oros, and now striding hard forward is Wiedholz. Kramer is able to stop up, get around him. Working away along the right wing side. Comes into the Panther zone. High slot. A shot is stopped up. Does not make it through traffic, but the clearing attempt is blocked down by Vanderhoven. Low angle pass through the middle. It does find one man. Second shot is blocked. Diving in front of that one was Colton Ayers. Still held by Beaver Dam, and they rifle it back behind the net, and we've got a penalty behind the play here. This is going to go against Oregon with 2:48 to go. They will end up back on the penalty kill. Get the official signal here. It was interference once again. Another just kind of late, a bad choice to deliver that hit, and the Panthers will have only 48 seconds of 5-on-5 left to try and beat back this lead once they hopefully successfully kill off this penalty.
You know, there's been a level of frustration that you can see that's kind of been building, and so far we've seen it in 2 penalties coming from Oregon in this period. They have to find a way to keep their focus, and when things aren't going as well as they want, they cannot go back to making bad mistakes that keep them shorthanded.
Panthers in the slot. Beal gets hold of that puck, and we get a quick whistle. And now we get some late pushing and shoving, and that frustration, as you mentioned, kind of boiling over here with 2:42 to play, and they are going to send off number 4, Eli Utek. He will get whistled up for, I'm pretty sure, roughing. And that is the signal. So 2 minutes for roughing with 2:42 to go. So we will have 4-on-4 for 1:54. The Panthers will then have 6 seconds of a power play. So a bit of a break for Oregon here. They've got a chance, down 3-1, but at least they're even up on men.
Yeah, but if they continue playing as frustrated as they are, they could end up with somebody else in the box. They need to take a breath and try and generate some offense here in the last 2 minutes and 42 seconds, and they can't afford to take any more penalties.
We'll see exactly what kind of lineup Coach Larry Clemens wants here. I see Oros, Franken, Ayers, and Parker Schmidt on the ice for the Panthers. That'll be their 4-man squad as they face off against Daniel Smolin in the near side of the Beaver Dam zone. Smolin wins the draw. Hard shot along the boards, and that one's going to come all the way down off the stick of Dalton Jones. Icing is the call. I wasn't sure if they were going to give him the icing or not. It looked like the Panthers might have had a chance at it, but as it is, they give the icing call. We'll head right back to the Golden Beaver zone.
Yeah, it was a smart hockey play to let that puck go past you without touching it because you want to generate that offense, but it really looked like he could have.
Franken will be in the faceoff dot against Smolin. Puck drop, Franken wins it. Ayers, top of the near circle. His shot bangs off of Laszlo Oros. Second shot deflects and ends up just shy on the near side. Oros, low angle, tries to send one in. It's blocked down and turned away. Lift a nice one into Franken there. Oros streaking towards the slot. The pass is broken up, and now here comes Kramers. Kramers got Smolin to his left, working 2-on-2. We're in a 4-on-4 situation. His shot is blocked away by Colton Ayers. Smolin comes up with it. He angles one along and doesn't get it. This one rifled down on net by Parker Schmidt. What a gun of a shot. Even 2 minutes to go, minute 12 left in the 4-on-4. Send this one down in the Beaver Dam zone. Smolin again with the puck. Ayers going to put some pressure on him, chasing after him. He backhands it into neutral ice, where it's easily taken by Oros. Turns around, but Ayers was coming. He's able to send it through one man, but loses it a second time. Beaver Dam in the middle. Another big shot delivered, that time by Spencer Buskogger. Feeds it into the center. There's Smolin. Loses that one in his skates. He follows along. Now digs it out for behind the net. Send into the middle, and the Panthers whap it towards the point. Dalton Jones is there. Jones from the point. That is dumped hard by Oros, and Oros is going to get whistled for that one. He will head to the box. We'll get the official call, but Oros, just an unnecessary shot to deliver there.
Oh, they're matching them up.
And we are going to match them up. So the referees, I think, feeling like this one may be getting out of hand towards the end. Oros and Dalton Jones both head to the penalty bench with 1:24 left in this game. I haven't seen the signal.
And they're taking a
so we've
timeout.
got, no, I think, so roughing against Oros, and I think it's misconduct was that T against Dalton Jones. I think that's what the T was. So if that's a misconduct, he's gone because that's a 10-minute penalty. There's less than 10 minutes in the game. The referee telling all the non-captains to bug out here as they retreat to their crease.
Yeah, I think there was even some confusion initially between the two refs as far as what those calls were.
Yep, then they're having a discussion now. So roughing was the signal against Oros. And I thought the signal was misconduct against Dalton Jones. Both those penalties coming at 15:36 in the third period here. But had it been a misconduct, they would have sent him to the locker room, as his night would be done. So I'll assume it was roughing against him as well, that they just matched him up. We'll get that officially for you after the game.
And now they're calling a timeout. So they were calling, Beaver Dam was calling the timeout. It wasn't a technical.
There we go. Okay, so it's a timeout for Beaver Dam because we did see that T. In hockey, it's a little confusing because when the referee makes a T signal like a timeout in basketball, it can be a timeout or it can be a misconduct. In this case, it's just a timeout. That's what Beaver Dam wants. So the clock is running. I'm not sure the scorekeepers are aware of that.
Or
that's the 1 minute.
Timeout.
Okay.
Yep.
Man, see, so that is good because that is hard to do as well. So 45 seconds left on the timeout. Panthers down 3-1. They have just about 1:15 left in this game. We're going to play 3-on-3 hockey. I think we would play 4-on-4 still because those matching penalties occurred at the same time.
We would think so.
I think so. That's how they would do it in the NHL at any rate. But either way, Panthers going to have to pull the goalie at some point, you would think, down 2 here, and that's certainly not something you like to do when you're down a skater, even if you're even up.
Yeah, especially when you're not getting as much control in the offensive zone as you would want. Beaver Dam has done a good job of rushing the Panthers and making them make passes or make mistakes, and that's really been the game plan from the Beavers in this entire game, and they've played it well. And right now they're on top because of some really good hustle and some great shots.
Minute 24 left to go in this game. Nobody has scored in the third period. It is 3-1 in favor of the Beaver Dam Golden Beavers. Colton Daly trying to get his teammates fired up. We are going to play 4-on-4 hockey because the matching penalties occurred simultaneously. So the Panthers will have the face-off in the near side of their zone. And we get a whistle from the referee, early entry. It's Franken versus Smolin on that one. We'll see if they want to send anybody out. The referee signaling to
Buskager came in a little. He went past the hash marks.
Yep. Keeping an eye on things here, wanting to get it even. Face-off trapped on the dot, now sent behind the net. Romer trying to dig it out there, working on Ian Conlon. Puck still on the back of the wall with 1:17 to go in this game. Not clear, and here come the Panthers the other way. It's Buskager. He's got a couple of men with him who works on that left wing side. He'll chip it in as he gets pushed up against the wall, and Beaver Dam controls. And now coming to the net, coming out is Colton Daly. Conlon can't get to it before the icing call. Oh my goodness, Daly skated right by that puck as it slid past. Ian Conlon was chasing it, but it does go down for icing, unbelievably, for the Panthers. And with 1:01 to go in this game, they get a gift of a face-off here.
And that was a smart heads-up play from Colton Daly, who I think saw that he wasn't going to catch that puck. And you let it cross the line so they get the face-off down here in this end.
Panthers ready to go here. Face-off from one by Colton Ayers as he works it toward the net. Now dug away by the Beaver Dam Beavers. Trying to tie him up. They flip it by. Vanderhoven working against Romer. Romer knocks the puck away from him. Here's Buskager. Sends it to the blue line, but Vanderhoven lifts it towards the empty net. It's no good. 5 skaters to 4, but the Panthers have an empty net as they work it forward. That previous penalty ends, so now it'll be 6 skaters on 5 here for the remainder of the game. 37 seconds to play. Panthers down 2. Buskager working up the left wing side, sends it in. Looks like he is out of gas as this one comes behind the net. Trying to work it into center is Trey McKee. Here's Franken. Franken back behind the net, working that one. Sends to Romer. Romer slot shot and a blocker save. What a stop from Kirk Davis once again. Puck still on the near wall with 15 seconds to play. Sent towards the point for Buskager. Pushed down hard from behind. He goes into the wall. It comes up towards Colton Ayers. Kicked along, empty netter with 5 seconds to go. Shot and a score. Daniel Smolin buries the empty netter with an even 4 seconds to play. And Beaver Dam takes control of this game 4-1. They will head home with the victory.
Yeah, and there was a lot of good work from the Golden Beavers in there, really keeping it along the outside, along the boards. They were able to move it finally forward, and Smolin was able to sink an empty netter, making it 4-1. Beaver Dam has really worked hard in this game, and somebody else is going to the box.
And it's Smolin that is heading to the box. So I'm not sure if he said something after that play, and boy, the referee said something. And he is
Somebody else
not
is
happy,
going.
and now we have a Panther heading the box. It's Colton Ayers. So Colton Ayers heads to the box. And so there must have been some extracurriculars after that play, but with just 4 seconds to go, obviously, it,
Yeah.
doesn't end up making a big deal. But Ayers and Smolin both hit with penalties after the empty net goal. Puck is dropped. Franken works his way around. He's got 1 second left, shoots, and one final blocker save from Kirk Davis is how this one will end. Beaver Dam gets their 3rd win of the season. They remain undefeated 3-0. The Panthers fall to 1-2-1 on the season. And a tough loss to start off here at the home opener.
Yeah, but the truth of the matter is Beaver Dam came out a lot faster and a lot harder than it looked like the Panthers did. And they got the win through hustle and hard work.
It was a very, very well-played game for Beaver Dam. The Panthers, boy, they had an awful lot of scoring opportunities, and they were turned away by some alert defense at times, but really by the goaltending play of Kirk Davis. He is the absolute MVP for these Golden Beavers.
Yeah, there's no question even who I was going to pick. I mean, he's had to make some incredibly difficult saves. Doesn't seem to be a very flashy goaltender, is just really in the right spot. And there were a number of shots that really could have handcuffed you, but he was able to come out with the save and only let in the 1 goal.
I think you and I, like you said, we're going to agree on the Beaver Dam player of the game. Usually we each try and go for a different one, but there's no doubt in my mind it's Kirk Davis. He played a fantastic game, and this was his first varsity game. So I don't know if he's played higher levels elsewhere, club teams, whatever. He sure didn't look like a first-time varsity goaltender there.
Yeah, no, if that's his first game, I assure you he's going to have a lot more because this Oregon team is a talented team. They were able to generate a lot of good offense, but Davis was able to stop it all up. I mean, he really did control that game.
All right, who is your player of the game then from Oregon?
I've got to go with Franken, even though he seemed a little bit snake bit throughout the game, and especially the one open net that he went a little high on. He was always pushing, even down to the last shot with 2 seconds left. He's one of those players that just keeps pushing, and he didn't put any in today, but I think you're going to see a lot more goals from him this season.
I think most definitely. I'm going to go with Joe Romer because Romer really impressed me watching him last season where, again, he's a guy that wasn't getting as many minutes, third-line guy, still learning the game. And to see the kind of night and day difference, I mean, he was a big contributor. He was their first-line power play guy. He was always out there when they had the advantage. He really looks sharp, and I think they're going to look for him a lot this season to be that second level guy you want. They've got their first line. They've got Ayers, Franken, and Oroz. But they need Romer to anchor that second line, and he gives them an awful lot of punch down there.
Yeah, he really does. And in this game, he really did play an amazing game. But the Panthers have to find a way to beef up that blue line. I think that was really the thing that hurt him the most in this game was players getting behind their defense and generating some odd man rushes. They have to find a way to make that a little more beefy.
All right, we will see you back in action, folks, here. The Panthers have another home game coming up on December the 10th. They will take on Monroe. The Cheesemakers, or rather the Avalanche, because it's a co-op team, will come here. We will bring you Oregon versus Monroe Tuesday, December 10th, here on OCA Media at 7 p.m. Until then, for our producer and executive director, Paul Zwicker, my partner, Dan Graychuck, happy birthday again, Dan. Congratulations on 47 years. My name is Zach Seeloff saying so long, take care of yourselves, and take care of somebody else. We will see you all on Tuesday. Good night, everybody.